Well, he's the same guy.
Oh.
So I guess it really wouldn't matter.
Hubrook. You remember his name as
Well,
the constable.
he's gonna be busy in the morning. Maybe we should go a different time.
Yeah, typically butchers are busy very early in the morning. Like 4 a.m. early, so they can get all the meats ready for everyone.
So
Yeah,
I don't think he'd be so willing to chitty chat then.
Yeah, let's go in the early
Maybe in the afternoon we can offer to buy him a drink. He's had a busy day already.
Okay.
Oftentimes in the afternoon, you do see him in the helm drinking.
All right, we'll stop by the shop in his office first, and then we'll track him down.
Okay, what time? 11, you said, right?
Yeah, right around lunch or a little after lunch.
Okay, so this is next door to Dorth's Fine Poultry stands 4 identical single-story stone buildings running back from the street in a line. The front building has a painted sign of a ham being carved by a cleaver and accompanied by no words. That's his butcher shop, and as you guys walk by, you see the jail, and oh, there's one thing we forgot. So you guys forgot about, remember the guy you guys had in the cage?
Yep.
I think you guys forgot about him.
Which guy are we talking about?
The guy that we brought back from the bandits.
That was a long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
is he in jail right now, or did we just leave him rot in the cage?
You guys left him rot in the cage, but when you went down there to check it out, he was gone. So
right. He escaped.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought we turned him over, but either way.
No, you turned the bandit over. But you see the bandit as you go by. You see Mouth, and he gets up as you guys are walking by. He's like, "Ooh, pretty lady, come over here."
Okay, I'll run over him.
That's ridiculous.
I'll go over and give him a hug.
Really?
What?
Yeah.
Okay.
You're gonna give him a hug?
Like, I said.
He cat calls me and you give him a hug?
I said, "Pretty lady, get the fuck out of my face."
Well, actually, I was gonna, use the hug as a grapple, and then we.
Okay. As you come up to him, he's like, "All right then." He spits in your face. He hawks a loogie in your face, and it drips down.
I think I'm gonna grapple him, and then we'll have to discuss some things.
Okay. Can you roll a grapple? He's gonna have advantage because he's got cover. So, well, not advantage. You basically he has bonus to your armor class or.
So I just make an athletics check, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep. That'll work. Oh, I think.
No.
Oh man, you got him. You know why? Because I rolled a 1.
No.
So, and your total is like fucking 7. He doesn't even have a bonus. Okay, so he sees you coming and he just kind of backs away, and you grab his wrists and you pull him towards you. He's like, "Ah, come on, man! Give me the pretty lady."
Okay, so I walk over. Hold on. So I walk over and I just put my hand on Melkor's arm. It's okay. I appreciate it. So I just talk to the guy. I'm like, "What do you want?"
Come here. Give me a kiss. And then he opens up and you see his teeth. All his black stuff.
So I'm gonna use prestidigitation, and I'm gonna warm his feet up in his boots.
Okay. He's like, "Ah, come on now." His eyes are closed. His lips are puckered.
Yeah.
Come on, don't be shy. It's like, don't be shy. Woo, it's getting hot in here. Come on, I'm waiting for you. Ah! He starts screaming. He's like, "Fuck! Fire!" And his boots catch on fire.
So then I just
Which
I
you
just
can
grab
do.
Melicor's arm and we just walk away.
Okay.
Okay.
So
Just walk away.
normally you can't like target people's things on them, but in that case it's fine.
Well, I was just warming them up. I didn't say they
Yeah.
started on fire. I can warm things up and make them cold
Yeah.
again.
I'm
It
sure
was
you
that
did
or his
mind the
ass,
fire.
so
Yeah.
you know I chose his feet.
Hot. He's like hot foot, hot foot, hot foot. Anyway,
All
so
So we head. Keep heading to the sheriff's office.
yeah, that's the butcher shop, because it's his
Yeah.
house, and then there's like a courtroom, and then there's a jail.
Yep.
But the courtroom doesn't have much in it but chairs. So, when you go to the butcher shop, you walk in, you see his wife. I think you guys met her. Jeslessa is there. If not, she introduces herself as Jeslessa. She's like, "Hello, Metz."
Morton, madam, is your husband in
No, he'd be at the bar.
at the helm?
Probably. That's where he usually
All right. Well,
goes.
maybe you could
She's
answer.
sharpening
Maybe
some knives.
maybe you could answer a few questions. We've been
I'll do
wondering
my
if
best.
you've heard any more information on the delegation and their travels, or had any rumors of any trouble on the road.
Well,
So we only have a little while until the celebration.
since my husband seems to like you and he seems to help the town, I don't see any harm in telling you. But as you know, the delegation is it's rather late, kind of missing. And there was a weird thing outside of town. I don't know if you met him. The shepherd. I gotta look up his fucking name. The shepherd Lemon. He was talking all strange coming in here the other day, talking that he's seen some mysterious freshly grave just outside the Slumber Hills, and she kind of points over in the direction.
Mysterious graves?
Yeah, some freshly dug graves. He keeps talking about them. He's never seen them there when he's out grazing the fields.
Do you know where we could find him today?
Well, he usually hangs out, well, when he's in town, if he's not out grazing, he usually hangs out in Gelkers.
And where does he graze his flock?
She kind of points in a direction. She kind of tells you out by where it's at.
Okay.
Basically, it's marked on, don't worry, it's marked on your map. You kind of know where it is.
Alright.
She tells you it's like,
Okay.
I had to look on the other map to get the exact location, but
Okay.
it is, what is it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, it's about 10 miles due east, right before the hills. If he's not at Galkers, but he should be there. I seen it was yesterday morning. He usually stays in for a couple days before he goes out.
Alright, we appreciate it.
Alright? You need some meat.
I don't need any meat right now, I don't think, unless you have any jerky or anything that we can use for rations.
Ah, we do. We have some fresh jerky.
Alright. I'll purchase a little jerky.
I could
Jeez.
use some meat.
She's like, just go out back. My daughters are out there. They'll help you.
Alright.
Ooh, their daughters will help you with your meat.
Yes.
I've heard that before.
Oh boy, you guys are horrible. Horrible.
We are. We're ridiculous. Are we allowed to be a couple
Ridiculous.
in the game?
You can if you want. I mean, if that's what your characters want to do, sure. I don't see why not. It would actually make things interesting too, in a lot of ways. But I don't know if Vajrayma would be too attracted to Melkor personally, but I don't know. Maybe. Opposites attract, maybe.
What makes him so opposite from me, though?
He's brash, he wants to go kill things with swords right away. You like to think about things. Pretty opposite.
Yeah, but I'm heavy too, and I'm strong too. Now I'm awkward too.
I think you're awkward in different ways.
Yeah, definitely in different ways.
So anyways, you guys go back. They have 2 lovely daughters. One is probably about 14. The other is 8, and they're in
underage.
They're in back playing a game, and they see you come up, and they're like, "What can I do for you?" And you ask them for rations, and they get you dried meats down the cellar.
Okay.
The older one has a little girl go get them. So you guys got rations of dry meats, and they also have dried fruit and stuff like that in there.
Cool.
So it's the regular price for rations in the player's handbook. You can just throw that on, get as much as you want, pretty much.
Okay.
Actually, your rations are already on there, so they're 5. That's 5 silver pieces, so you can just add to it. It's always a good idea to take more if you're gonna take off, because you never know.
Yeah. All right. So that's 5 silver pieces. So I'll just give him a gold piece.
It depends how many you're getting, but yeah. That's
that's
4.
right. I don't really care about money, so.
All right. Well, are you getting 1 or 2 or what?
I just took another day.
Okay. Whoa, that's a lot of money. They're like, they're surprised.
Such a show off.
Mm-hmm. Whatever, money bags. Oh, the other thing is, you have
drawing attention.
Do you have identified? Or are these just blank? These look all blank. Oh, you have scrolls and stuff. We're gonna say you identified those spells.
Yeah.
But for some reason you have unidentified items on here. I don't know why.
Yeah, we have a couple of them.
Yeah, just delete them. If they don't have anything, I mean, I'm not seeing anything on them. I think they're probably past shit because the other file got corrupted, so I brought your characters over.
All right.
Okay.
But I put everything. I should have put everything back on it. If there's anything
the 1 day of
missing
ration. Okay. Is that the 1 day we just bought?
Well, your 1 day no.
Or did we already have a day?
I had 20 days rations, but I just added stuff to mine.
Yeah. So you have 5. Vajrayma, you have 5. So you might want to buy some more.
Oh, I see. The thing in the... Yeah, I'll buy some. I'll buy a couple days.
They're 5 silver pieces each. Every 20 silver pieces is 1 gold. Or 10 silver pieces. 1 gold. Sorry.
We have so much money right now.
I know.
Alright, so I'll buy 5 more days then.
Certainly. Just mark it
or
off.
4, I guess, maybe even. Yeah.
Well, like, you have so much money.
So I'll have 9 days, and then I'll just go.
All right, so we're gonna go to we're gonna go back to the helm and then back to Galekers.
Sure, sounds good to me. You guys head to helm. What time is it? You guys took off at 11, right? So you get to the helm at 11:25. We'll just say.
Make good time.
It's not that far. I mean, it's only like what
well, yeah, I mean, like after talking to the.
Yeah. Well, you only talked to her for a little bit. You talked to the little girls for a little bit. She got the stuff, and yeah, probably about 25 minutes.
Everybody's pretty efficient.
Yeah.
We're lollygagging.
Yeah, unless you want to fuck around or something. And when you walk
Who knows?
When you walk in, you see Halbrook sitting there. You see the old men that are playing cards. Oh, great. I gotta find the map. Sweet. I thought I put it on here. And you see, over in the corner, you see a halfling with curly brown hair. she has she's by a table. She's writing some things down, and she's playing a lute. And it seems like she's working on some music over in the corner.
Okay. Is she new? Do we recognize her?
And next to her is a half orc, and the half orc is the one that you talked to before that gave you the information about the caravan. It should be listed in your notes. She had the information. Her name is Zormith, and she's the one that was traveling with the other caravan, or had a disagreement with the barbarian guards that were probably from that delegation. Like, this was like 15 days ago.
All right.
And they were last seen in Billiard, which is a city to the north. Which I think I gave you that information.
Yeah.
Probably in the notes somewhere. Maybe. Helm. Oh.
Yeah, I've got some of the notes, just not the names. 15 days on the road.
Because you wrote it down yourself then?
Yeah.
That's the helm there. So, and Helbrick's sitting there, and he's talking to Justerin.
Right. Well, Vajrama, should we go talk to the sheriff?
Sure. Let's go talk to him.
All right. Yeah, you guys go sit next to him. He kind of looks at you. He's like, "Well met. What can I do for you, friends?"
Vajrama, do you want to lead or do you want me?
No, I don't know what you want to ask him.
You guys didn't tell him anything about the caverns downstairs or anything like that, right? Because you guys remember about the believers and all that information?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely maybe take a look at the notes and everything. Justerin is like, "Hello, what can I get you?"
We'll buy a round of mead.
Mead it is. No food?
No, not today. We just stopped by and got some rations from Helbrick's shop.
Aye. And then Helbrick goes, "Oh, you seen my..." He's like, "You seen my ladies?"
Oh my god.
We have.
Creepo.
So, we spoke to... I'll had a gesture to the half orc in the corner with the halfling. We heard some of the news about the caravan being late and what some of the... We wanted to know if you had any other information. I'm getting kind of concerned about my mentor.
Your mentor? He's like, "Your mentor, what's his name?"
Denethor. Or Gundren. He's coming with the delegation.
Yes, Gundren. Good old Gundren. I haven't heard anything about it. It is late.
There hasn't been any rumors or any information coming in from anyone?
We haven't heard any rumors. Not that I know of. I mean, honestly, they're late.
Have we had any other...
With the hot weather we've had this week, I'm surprised. Roads should be dry. They should be here by now.
Well,
perhaps
there haven't been any other
trouble.
Your wife, she mentioned something about graves out in the grazing plains.
Graves?
What do you know of this?
I know nothing about no graves.
From the shepherd.
Really? You and your wife do not discuss such things? You are the sheriff. I would think that would be a topic of discussion that would be important to someone.
I haven't heard from my wife. Maybe she thought it was unimportant.
Hmm.
What about these graves?
Only that
Oh.
they exist, and the shepherd has seen them.
Hi, Ben.
But they are new. That they are new.
Shepard, you talking about, Lyman Greenboot, right?
Yes.
Perhaps. We are concerned that perhaps some of our friends have met an untimely end.
So, you're saying there's Graves. My wife was talking, well, I'll have to talk to her, but... Well, maybe you should talk to the shepherd.
Where would we find him?
He's always in Gawkers. Hi, Ben. We're not doing much. They're just going around asking around town, asking about the delegation. So, and they're in the helm right now.
We're all dead.
Yeah,
Oh,
you all
wow.
died. So, so basically, you know, from last session, the clues you guys got is that I'll just review it for Ben's sake and your guys' sake. Is that mouse? Where's my mouse? Is it working? Hello, mouse. There it is. I hate it when I lose my mouse. So basically, there was a over your 10-day, you had ran into a drunken half-orc, a female drunken half-orc.
Music is super loud right now.
All of a sudden, kind of weird.
It just depends. It's in the music, so and she told you basically that she was in Billiard and she ran into guards of Miraband guards that she got into a fight about 15 days ago that were last seen in Billiard, which is a town just north of here, which you guys assume that's probably the delegation because the delegation is from Mirbar. So and she was traveling with a bard, and in the helm you see those two in the corner, and the bard's working on some music, which is a halfling bard, and right now they're talking to Halberd. So you can say you just walk in, Cavro.
And the sheriff's wife mentioned that the shepherd said something about seeing 3 graves out in the grazing land where he goes.
Graves as in like newly...
As in like new graves.
Yep. 10 miles due east.
So we're trying to figure out what that means.
And
Come on down, Eva.
We haven't talked to the shepherd yet.
The shepherd is known to stay at Gelkers, which is a barber shop, but also a drinking parlor, where all the old locals go to. Which you guys know from your 10-day. So Ben, you've had your 10-day rest. You're fully healed, by the way. You probably look like a million. This is like the first time. This is the first time they're seeing you out of bed, basically.
Woohoo!
Hey, there's the big guy.
Hello. Hello.
Hi,
Hi.
Hey, Ethan.
how you doing?
Yeah,
We're doing
good.
all right.
How are you?
Yes.
What did you
You
just
gonna
get
help
done doing?
Daddy roll some dice?
What did you just get done doing?
Want some dice?
What were you just doing?
Nice.
Where did you and Mommy go?
You want the ice cream?
Yeah, he went and got
Oh, ice cream! Yay!
Yummy.
It's always a
Did you
big
bring
day
me
for
any?
Did you bring any ice cream back? No? You ate it
No.
all?
Ate it.
That's okay.
That's a good idea.
But the ice house is open.
You think
Let's
they should
go.
drive in and get
We'll be there in a
Let's do
second.
We could get on an airplane and be there in a few hours.
Might be a long drive for them. You know where they are?
Where?
Mark is in Michigan. Sean, right here, the guy with no hair, he's in California. Tiffany's with Mark. So they're in Michigan. You know where Michigan is, right?
Oh,
Oh my.
Right here.
Michigan.
All right. Are you going to bed?
Oh yeah, that's right. You guys are in the middle. I forgot.
yeah.
Okay. Can you say bye?
Bye.
Bye.
Good night.
Good night.
All right, good luck. See you later.
Have awesome dreams.
Good night. Do you want the chocolates? No, you just had ice cream. You're not getting chocolates too.
We,
Alright,
we know
Chris.
that argument.
Why not?
Story of our life.
Come on.
Mhm.
Give me chocolate.
Oh, that's what I get. Oh, come on. Oh.
Yeah, normally he throws his arms like that.
Yeah.
My children have like perfected like the teenage 1980s girl noise. Oh. What?
It's like the Valley Girl movie from any California.
It is. It's like the Heathers in my house.
Nice.
You should
What?
record it.
Oh my God!
You should
That's
record
not
it,
fair.
and I can use it in a techno track.
No.
He's back.
Oh, can you wave? Yeah.
It's mommy.
That's mommy.
There's mommy.
That's mommy. Yep.
Yeah.
All right, bye. Good night.
Right.
Good night.
Bye.
Yeah, I said let him say hi.
Yeah, the kiddos are with their dad this weekend, so.
Yeah, I think the next 2 weekends.
Yeah.
Oh.
Now we're taking him to a Comic-Con for Jace's birthday.
Well, that'll be cool.
Which he totally doesn't get. Like, we're already scheduling to go, and it just happens to be the weekend of his birthday. And I was like, you guys get to dress up. We can dress up for your birthday. It'll be your costume time.
No, he'll love it.
They don't care.
Yeah, they will when they get there.
Yeah.
I like your goblet.
We'll see what
There's
kind
a-
of activities they
Oh.
have, because there's no way in hell I'm letting them go places by themselves.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Ceramic
So we'll have
goblets.
to do the kids
Oh, that's nice.
with the shittiest mead known to man in it.
Yeah, it's just traditional mead.
It's terrible. Does traditional
It's-
mead taste like cough syrup?
It probably
Is that
does.
the rule?
Pretty much.
I had some when.
But
this
it's
was way
it's
off
made
topic.
out from honey.
When we went
Made from
when we
honey.
did- for our honeymoon. We went to Disney and we went for the Food and Wine Festival, and they had a honey mead in I don't remember which country, but that was pretty awesome. And we brought a bottle home, and it didn't make the plane ride back. So
Well, that's,
Oh no.
no, there's a new place in Ferndale called Bee Nectar that mixes mead with like all kinds of different
Everything.
ciders and stuff. And it's just amazing.
yeah, that's
I mean,
cool.
seriously, it's
Well,
the best
see-
stuff ever.
That zombie killer was really awesome, so I was expecting other meads to taste like that.
Yeah, this is just honey. So, but the zombie killer is apple cider, cherry cider, and with a honey mead.
I bet you that's good. Yeah.
It's so
it's
awesome.
really good.
Sounds good.
Like I would drink it, so that tells you something.
Sounds dangerous.
I would drink it.
Yes.
All right, so Sean, do you have to make a disclaimer and record anything or what?
I'm already recording, so
I was gonna say,
No.
sorry for the interruption there, but
no worries.
Your
I-
child is now on.
I didn't.
Yeah.
I didn't make a disclaimer because we just kind of started, and there's a lot of things on the beginning. So, and all the other videos.
Mark and I
so
were just
if there's-
probably doing a lot of innuendos anyway, so.
If there's one video without it, I'm sure we won't miss it.
All right.
So.
Well, we'll flag down Kevroll and make sure these. I'm gonna Kevroll, let me get you a seat. No, I'll pick up a seat and carry it to him as a joke.
I'm just gonna message him. I'm gonna message him the info that we found,
Okay.
so we don't have to talk about it in front of the sheriff and all that crap.
Sounds great.
So
Where-
he
where
knows
are we
what
at
we're
right now?
looking
In the
for.
helm. We're in the helm and high sun. That's where we're at.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
Um,
And the half orc that we spoke to is with her bard companion in the far corner.
Okay.
and the
We're
old
at the
men are
bar.
playing their cards like usual.
Did I go try and join their game again? Just for no, I won't.
see, but then I can message them to tell them to let you play, and that'll freak them the shit out, and then they'll probably do it.
They might have heart attacks though, and then
I could pretend like I'm an angel voice or something.
the biggest Kevroll ever shows up in the tavern. Oh,
some reason I'm trying to share this one with you, Cavriel, but it's not letting me. So, whatever. Just open up the Helma High Sun if you need the map, but I don't think you do.
Oh, I got it. It popped up when I logged in, believe it or not.
Oh, okay. Alright, cool.
I don't know why my icon is 15 times bigger than it's supposed to be, but...
Yeah, because I gotta have a grid on there. I don't have a grid.
No, whatever.
Oh, there you are.
Just delete your
I'm
characters.
not on there.
Just delete your characters, and I'll make a grid real quick.
No, we don't need a grid. We're not doing anything, I don't think.
Yeah.
But,
No,
okay,
no, there's
so
a grid.
the sheriff that they're talking to right now, is this the same guy that we encountered before?
Yes, Hallbrook. He's a constable.
Oh, yes, this is the guy that we had the run-in at the quarry with. Yes,
Yeah.
okay.
Yes.
I understand. Okay.
Who doesn't seem to know anything about anything, even though he's the sheriff and in charge of
Right.
shit.
He knows what's going on. Yeah.
Well,
What's
he didn't-
that? Graves? Oh.
No, he didn't know about that. So.
He's probably
Dummy.
in on the whole thing. So.
It is
What was the
that is D&D, right?
It is.
Yeah, typical
Totally it.
D&D.
What was the kid's name that had all the stones piled on him in the crypt when we were down there? I never wrote that.
Right.
We should probably go and find his father. Remember, we said we would go and explain. He might be somebody good to pump some information from.
Oh, yeah. I think we forgot about him.
Rathar?
That sounds right. Notes.
Notes. What are those?
Yeah.
Let me find the little boy. I probably already have it written down in the notes somewhere.
You do. I just have to find it.
Yeah, I mean in the
Grant?
notes somewhere. Oh, you know what? It's under the it's in the calendar. Under everything happened in day 16. So today is actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I think today is the 27th. The Festival of the Green Grass happens in 4 days, and they're not here. You do know they were last seen about 10 days in Billiard.
Right.
So you have some kind of lead there. You know about some graves. And this boy, his name is Berlin.
Berlin?
Berlin, yeah.
Oh, right. So I want to ask Hallbrook how the kid is.
You ask him how Bellerin is? He's like,
Yeah.
seen him around. He plays with my girls sometimes.
Have you talked to him at all about after he was rescued from the cave?
What are you talking about?
Did he say who was involved?
What? I mean, as far as I know, you guys didn't tell anyone anything, so, he's like...
But we got the kid out, right?
Yeah, but we didn't tell anybody is what Sean's saying. I don't think we did.
I mean, you guys...
Oh, so
you
the
guys
kid
say-
probably didn't tell anybody what was going on either.
The
Okay.
kid was like, I'm being punished, don't tell my dad, so of course he's not gonna tell anyone.
Interesting. Guess I forgot that. All right. Well,
Yeah, that's why I'm reminding you, because I figure you forget the little things.
since they're not, I'm just gonna go chat with the half orc and
so
the
let's
halfling.
let me go over what he did tell you. He told you that the believers were a group that actually, they punished him. They punished Barlin for not giving a note to Imith. Imith is the owner of Reveler's Wagon Works, which is where you found the way into the place. Rother Heatherhand is the father of the boy.
Yep.
And then he knows the believers to be Bargustus, which I think you met Bargustus downstairs. He was the old man. Marlando Gelker, which Gelker's Tavern, you know all that now. And Imith Waveler were the known to be believers. and you find out that they're a secret group that made up some of the most important people in town. They guard the moving stones and make sure no one disturbs the Delvers who are entombed there. The believers watch the moving stones carefully because it's a bad sign when they move, and they have to figure out what it means to avert danger. And Berlin wasn't really angry with his father. He was just afraid he was going to get in trouble.
Right.
So who's the old guy who was
Augustus?
downstairs?
He was guarding the passage to the Tomb of Moving Stones.
Is he somewhere where we see him now?
You're in the bar.
He's
you
not
do
around.
See him. No.
Oh.
No. What was the half orc was the one that was we told to take the boy out, right? Which
Yes.
was
Yes.
Or
Yes. And
under
you do know he works at the market from
Yeah, where we buy our equipment and stuff.
Yeah. Well, I think we should go find Rothar Hatherhand, whatever his name is, the boy's father, and
Let's do it.
see what kind of information he has for us. We just need to be a little maybe tactful about it.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
Melikor,
then-
don't beat him up because he
Right.
beat up his kid.
Then we'll check out the other, the barbershop / bar that everybody goes to before we go check
Yeah.
out the graves.
all right. You
Might just
find out.
burn his.
To make a long story short, you find out Rothar Heverhand, where does he live? I don't know where he lives actually. I don't know if I have actually his real house. Why don't they give that to me? They did not give that to me.
He lives in a van down by the river.
Right.
Okay. He lives, you find out from Halbrick, he lives over here. Oops, arrow's the wrong way. My bad.
Down by 22.
Yeah, he lives, there's a house over there. So that's Velhos Sandries. Velivos Sandries. That's the book guy.
All right.
Oh yeah, that's right. He also gave you guys a book too, if you remember.
Yeah.
With the
Gee.
pages all torn out.
Yeah, and he said
Well-
he actually got that from a peddler that said he
Yeah.
got it from some
Like-
guy that runs a ship down in a city.
Wormfort.
Yeah,
Wormford?
Wormfort. Yes.
Wolfberg.
So you definitely have a bunch of things you guys can do if you guys want. So
Alright.
you guys go down to this what's his name's house. It's about you guys eat a meal, we'll say. So it's about 1 when you take off to go down there. So
Alright.
any other
Okay.
questions for Halberg before you want to go?
No, not well.
Not
Not
really, because I
after-
don't really want to give
Yep.
away anything if he's a dumbass or he's trying to hide something. I don't
Yeah.
want him knowing we know shit.
Kevril and Vijarma helped me recognize that we shouldn't be sharing with
I'm
them.
messaging you to tell
Yeah.
you to keep it to yourself.
Yeah. People's gotten used to casting little spells, so they don't get too freaked out by you anymore, Vijarma.
I mean,
No.
I'm the jovial, wannabe friendly, big clumsy
Yep.
dude, but I'm not smart enough to keep my mouth shut.
At
Right.
12:10,
So-
during that time when
Yeah.
you guys are in there eating, the door opens up and you see a stout man looking around as your eyes adjust to the sunlight coming in, and you see Stanner standing there going, "Well, how the fuck are ya?"
Okay.
And he goes and he walks up and he sits down next to you. He's like, "So,
Stanner, my man,
you buying me a beer?"
I'll toss a couple silver pieces on the table to Justin, just to take care of him before we leave.
Okay. And he's in particularly bright spirits. He's
Interesting.
always
Like that.
grumbling, but he's very happy right now.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Have you come into a... No. I don't know if I want to talk to him or not.
Talked to him on the way out.
Yes. Have you come into a fortunate event, or you just swindled someone out of a lot of money?
Funny you should ask. Well, shit. I've just been promoted.
Promoted to what?
I am
died?
now ahead of Waverly's Wagon Works. And then you
Interesting.
see Hallbrook like, oh god, not again.
Not again.
Yeah. And he's like, that's right. The boss is going on vacation.
Is
Going on
he?
vacation. For how
Where is
long?
he going?
Going.
He said indefinite. I don't know. He's gone. I'm in charge. Who gives a fuck? In fact, all the workers are coming here for lunch because that's what we do on lunch now.
The
So,
wagon work.
He's
Isn't
already
that
gone.
that's where the door was, right? To go
They
It was.
killed
down
him.
on the
Indeed.
ground was
Yep.
the wagon
And
work.
his boss is Emeth, one of the believers.
Yep.
One
And
of the believers.
you mentioned that Imrith is already gone.
Indeed. Well, you guys have been here for 10 days, so 2, by the way.
When did
How-
he leave?
It's about 8 days ago.
How does Halbrook look when he starts sharing this information?
He just shaking his head.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Did
Interesting.
he? Where does he vacation?
How the fuck should I know?
You're
That
his
guy's
employee.
a fat ass. What does fat assholes do? He's probably sitting in his fucking house drinking. I don't know. Maybe he went to Waterdeep. To be a fat ass there.
Did he take a horse or any carriages from the wagon works?
Yeah. And just as
Alright.
normal.
You know, Malachor, we have that debt with him that we never did settle up. Maybe we should run that to his house real quick and drop it off just to make sure that everything's on the up and up. Where did you say he lives again, Stainer?
Fuck. He owes you something? Shit, I'll tell you right where he lives. Alright, he just shows you your house.
Yeah.
We don't
Okay,
really have to
yes.
worry about what one. I mean, I can make it up if we
It
want.
doesn't matter.
Yeah.
We should go see if he's
Like-
actually on
Actually,
or-
let me see.
Yes.
He probably lives like right by Wagon Works. Yeah, he'll live in this house here, the one right next to it, because that makes sense. It's a kind of a bigger house, and that's where you live.
We probably should stop there on the way then, just for the hell of it.
I would think so, yes.
Okay.
Stainer, you have a good day. Try not to drink yourself into oblivion, and I'll sit up and walk out.
All right. And
Mhm.
then as you guys
Mhm.
walk out, you see all the Welver Wagon Worked people. They see you and they say hi. They recognize you guys because you guys hung out with them before, so they like you. And they shake hands, well met, and you guys are on your way. You guys head over to the house. I mean, it's a pretty nice house. It has 2 stories on it. It has like a little side, like maybe something for like guest room or something like that, and at the front, it looks all closed up.
Does it look like it's closed up as in
The
nobody's
shutters
coming back?
are closed. I mean, as far as you can tell, the shutters are closed.
Yeah. I'll go knock on the door.
All right, you knock on the door. There is no answer.
Okay.
Is the door secluded from the travel way?
No, it's in the front.
How about I'll stand right behind Kevril to give him a little cover, and then we can just go in.
Okay. If you want to, the door is locked. You can roll pick locks if you want. If you're doing it stealthily, you can give yourself advantage.
Stealthily it is.
Do you think that he'd trap his front door?
I doubt it. I don't put a whole lot of stock in this guy and at this residence and maybe somewhere else, but I don't think here. You mean to roll in the tower? I don't care.
Look, Sean,
you'll know if you get in or not, so it's fine.
I want to do a quick glance around to see if anybody's been watching us, too.
Make a perception check. When you've been walking around town today, you do remember seeing a person a couple times.
The same person a couple of times.
Yep.
Like we're being followed around today.
Possibly. I mean, a perception check lets you notice things. Intelligence checks lets you figure out things. So.
Would that be investigation? Because it's not going to be if that's the case.
Yes.
Can I do? Would it be history or insight? Or just a basic
insight to get motivation. Yeah, that'd be right, actually.
Nope.
Yeah, you should always roll those in the tower, but you know nothing.
But it doesn't matter.
You know nothing. Actually, with that roll, you probably would have got a misperception roll.
Right.
So
whatever that is.
do I notice that Malachor is looking about and being hesitant?
No.
Are we paying attention to each other?
Malachor just keeps looking over his shoulder. That's the only thing you notice.
Yes.
Right?
So I'm going to message him and say, "What are you seeing? What are you looking for?"
Well, I remember seeing the same person a couple times as we're strolling around town, but I don't know if that was just random or not.
So. Kind of want to make myself invisible and investigate around the building. Or look around and see if I can notice if anyone is looking at them. Can I do that?
What building? Imith's house?
Well, the house.
Sure.
The house.
Yeah.
Someone should be.
You want to cast invisibility?
Yes,
and
please.
Where are you gonna cast it? Because right now you guys are in front of the house. There are definitely a few people walking down the street.
So I'm going to. So Malachor is large. He's already hiding Kevril, so I just kind of step in between them.
Okay, can you roll a stealth check?
And disappear.
Just to see if anyone sees you. It's not gonna be. It's not gonna be that difficult at all. So.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you for doing that in the tower.
So, thank you.
Nobody screams.
So
you see like someone walking down the street and they're two kids and they don't scream.
Yes. So I kind of just step away from the house and kind of walk around the perimeter. I'm looking up in trees and down roads, and then I just kind of stand and wait to see if I see similar person who is hovering around.
Please roll a perception check. You think you notice someone back over there in the trees.
Over in the trees. So I'm messaging to Malachor what I am noticing, so they can be aware. I message them both, I guess, individually. They both know what I see.
Alright, well then I won't pop the lock. I popped the lock on the door, but I won't actually open it.
What was your roll? Did you sleight of hand? Is that your roll?
I think I opened it.
Yeah, it opens right up for you.
So if that's the case, so let's see if we're there. Where are the trees? I'm sorry, I'm looking at the map. Across the street? Or are they?
They're where the 50 is, right
there. Oh, I see. Okay. So they're kind of looking down this little, whatever, alleyway, kind of cross between those
Yeah, yeah.
So that's quite a ways away then, right?
It's 100, about 120 feet or something, somewhere in there.
Okay. So they see us messing around, but they're not going to see what we're actually doing. Okay.
Yeah, you just see I mean, Vajarma tells you she sees a weird dark shape. Thanks, might be
So
something.
I'm going to go closer to the dark shape. I'm invisible, so what the hell?
Yep. As you get closer, you notice the mound is a it's
Demon.
it's composed of trees. It looks like someone made a person out of trees and branches.
A
and
fake.
stuff like that.
Oh.
Yeah. No, I wouldn't
Interesting.
say a scarecrow because it looks like very like hastily made, and it's got like decorations on it, like colored string and eyeballs, and there's like it's painted all sloppily and stuff like that.
Weird.
Do we know from like the celebration of the town if that's part of the history of the celebration or anything?
You want to
Like-
roll a history check?
In the tower.
No,
I am.
you never heard anything like this.
All right.
You assume that maybe some kids made this or something. You don't know.
So it's just a thing.
Yeah.
So it's not a person watching us. So I tell them,
Okay.
it's not a person.
I-
It's just
I
a
think-
scarecrow.
I think why we'll message you back, and you and Kevro can go check out the house,
Okay.
or should we all go in? I don't know. I don't want to be conspicuous as staying on the porch, so maybe we all go in.
Well, I'm invisible, so I can go in them wherever I
That's-
feel like.
That's true.
You can open the back door or something, I guess.
Did
But
you wanna
I'll
use
just-
twin spelled and invisible two people? You could invisible Kevro if you wanted to.
he's more stealthy. I should probably invisible Malachor. He's the
Okay.
clumsy one.
We're gonna say that you guys both walked in back and did it, because you already made your stealth roll, so that's fine.
Okay.
So you're both invisible.
All right, so we're both invisible, and Kevro can go in, and then
So
we can
wait,
follow him in.
I need to use my sorcerer
Sorcery
points for
points.
that, don't I? Where are they? Let
They
me
should be on
get
your
to
sheet.
that. So, and I have to use 2, right? My
Ye-
invisibility is level 2, so I use 2.
Yes.
Where are they?
Well, it should be little dots on your character sheet.
Yeah, on my.
So
looking for-
if you don't see it where it says mode, you just hit mode and then change it to a different mode in the bottom under actions.
Well, I just
Oh,
don't.
no, there-
I
I
don't
see 'em
remember
on there.
which
They're
tab
under
they're on.
powers.
They are.
So
Yeah, I just don't remember. Oh, that's why my powers wasn't open. Okay, so I'm gonna mark
What?
2 of them.
perfect.
Okay, and so so Malachor is visible too.
On my head.
Right.
And then,
Kevro
and
is
then
very
your
stealthy.
spell slots, just mark off 1 second level, and then you have it. See where it says
Done.
spell slots
Right.
above that? Yeah,
Yep. Cool.
pretty awesome.
All right,
Um,
let's go check out the house and see if we can find any info.
So we're just gonna make this quick. You guys get a thorough look in the house because there's no one in there, and there's no combat or anything like that. In the house, you do find there is upstairs is apparently some kind of master bedroom. It appears this guy lives alone. It appears he is some type of alcoholic because you can see a lot of empty bottles. It is somewhat dirty. Remember, it's been 10 days since he's been gone, so you don't know when's the last time it's been here, but it's definitely been a while. There's lots of flies flying around. There's
Gross.
plates with dirty dishes. He's got a pile of clothing up in his room. He's got some furniture. He has a drawing of what looks like a portrait of him and possibly his wife or his love. And he also has another drawing of what looks like to be a child. It's right next to that. Done in the very the same style. And on it, there's a signature that you guys recognize, is Stanner's signature. And then in this room, you guys find a floorboard that's actually up, and inside the floorboard is pretty much empty, but you do see one of the black hooded cloaks that you found down in the caverns. And you also
the believer cloak.
Yes. On that, and also you see there is a small type stamp thing that has it's kind of like it looks like a stamper, but on the end of the stamper there are sharp blades on it, and it is in shape of the triangle thing. Same triangle thing that you've seen on the people's forehead. Same symbol.
The triangle with that line in the middle?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to take the cloak and keep it.
Those are fine choices. You guys I'm gonna assume you guys already have those cloaks from downstairs, because.
So did we keep that? I'm going to keep the stamper too, just in case we have to do something interesting.
Does he have a desk does he have any?
Yeah, he has a desk. All the paperwork is pretty much taken. There are a couple scraps of paper with that state like purchases and stuff like that. But they're pretty loose. It looks like a lot of things were taken from here. There's definitely inkwell and ink if you need that, which that's worth money. It's half full of ink. There's basic clothing. There is a nice set of clothing, which you probably say would be like maybe something someone wears for a wedding. And you also find there's another closet full of female clothing, but this closet looks like it hasn't been opened in a while. It's full of dust and stuff like that.
She did.
So yes, his family.
I'm guessing the child is too.
I hope not.
Yeah.
Probably.
Probably. Maybe they were sick. Died of a fever or something.
Maybe that's what caused him to do his thing. So there's nothing on the desk or anything that would indicate as to where they may have potentially gone or what he decided to do. There's nothing there that.
Nope. It looks like honestly, with the way things are laid about, you can make a. I guess this would be like an insight check to figure that out.
Or investigation, maybe?
Yeah, investigation. Yeah, we'll do that.
It doesn't matter. It's would be better. Insight would be better for me, but I'll go investigation.
Do insight then.
Okay.
Would he get advantage since we're all looking and talking about it?
No, just roll it. You just have a feeling they left it kind of in a hurry.
That's what I was gonna say. Does it look like it was premeditated, or does it look like, based on the fact that they probably figured out we entered in through his place of business and now they're not happy with him, so we skipped out.
Yeah. Well, mostly what indicates this is that the hidden floorboard, most people put that back, but that was left open.
Yeah.
So, and judging from what they found inside, those are some secrets they don't, obviously.
He doesn't want people to see those.
Yeah.
Yep. Fair enough. Okay. Well, that's fun. Okay. So now Sanders in charge. That's frightening.
He's gone. Right. But he likes us a bit, so it'll be okay. And he doesn't seem to be a believer, so
no, I don't
maybe he doesn't know about all that business.
Emeth is a believer.
Not talking about
but not Emeth.
Oh, who are you talking about? Oh, okay. Stanner. Yeah, the kid listed all the believers, and he knows them because he goes to the meetings sometimes.
Yeah.
We should find another one of those believer people. See if they are all gone or just him.
You know of Grand. He works in the market, which is on a Sunday. That's when the market is all hopping. Hi, Chuck.
Well, we're going to the bike. We'll bother
Right,
who he knows
John, yeah.
too, so we can see if he's there still or not too.
Yeah, let's go check the market and see if Bram's sick. Well, I mean, are you going to keep our invisibility spell on me? Is it lasts?
It
right?
lasts 2 hours. Well,
Lasts
an hour.
for-
Actually,
Well,
why
an
don't you-
hour. I
why
can
don't you
extend it, but I
twin-
don't have enough.
Why don't you twin spell it and last it 2 hours? You got the.
I
spell.
well, I twin spelled it so that I could.
No. You got extended spell. I think you can do both. It's only like one. How much-
Well, no, because I couldn't. No, because I couldn't put it on. Well,
You can put it on 2 people, and you can extend. You can spend the spell, so you can do both. Because
I can extend it. Well, I put it on 2 people, and I guess I didn't have to use. Well, because don't I have to be
you can extend the spell.
level 3 spell, right? In order to do second person. So I already used 2 spells.
No, it's not. You don't have to do a level 3 spell. You just have to use spell points to do the second person.
I know,
So
but I already used 2 spell points to put it on him. I don't have any
Just burn
more
up,
to do the
burn up-
extended spell.
burn up a first level spell, and then you do.
Oh, you're so bossy.
You don't have to. I'm just teaching you how to use your spells in a very good way.
Just do what you're told.
And
Oh my
and,
God,
And the
you're
thing
so
is, you're not in
bossy.
combat, and you guys are just searching around. It'd be a good
Do you
time to
want
use
to
it.
play my character, or do you want me to do it?
I want you to.
How
use
long
your,
have we been there?
I
our
want you to
our
use your abilities.
visibility. good
You
for
guys
an
probably searched
hour.
the place. Probably a good like 35 minutes, right?
Okay,
Searching all
so
around.
now I used. So if I burn a first level though, but I like my first levels. I use them.
All right.
I have
Whatever
every
you think.
intention of using them.
You still
A
have
lot.
3 left.
Yeah,
It's okay.
Anyways,
It-
don't worry.
I
just-
can burn one. I can burn one. I guess
It's
I
only
don't
one.
use-
It's only one sorcery point. You don't even have to burn one. You have 3 sorcery points. Use 2.
It's only one sorcery point to
Yeah.
extend it.
Yeah.
But I thought I had to use the same amount of points as the level of the spell.
No.
And invisibility is a level 2 spell.
No. It's twin spell. That's for twin spell. You did twin spell.
Yeah,
Extended
was 2.
spell. Extended spell.
it's just one. It's
Yeah.
just one. Okay, I'll do
Which
it.
is
Okay,
great.
I'll do it.
It's fucking cheap as fuck. So.
You're right. I gotcha. I'll do it. So now we have 2 hours. We get 2 hours. We get another
2
hour and a half
hours.
of it. So we walk with, and Kevril is all by himself, it looks like.
Just
Hi.
rolling along.
Hi, Charles.
Poor lonely man.
Right.
Let
Poor
me-
lonely man. And then they're what? Do our footprints show?
They would, yeah.
Yeah. Everything. I mean, people can spot you when you're invisible, especially if you're in the middle of daylight. But most people won't notice footprints.
Do we take the back way? Go through the backyards,
Yep.
not the
Yeah, you
main
can.
roads.
You can.
Go through the back.
We can
Um,
just shadow walk. And we don't have to be right with Kevril. We just have to know where he's going.
So when
Yes.
you guys are going through the backyard, you notice that as you guys are going through, you notice Crayola like hopping into a window into a little brown building over on the right, and we'll enter Crayola there. He's just like
Nice.
actually she's just hopping out. She's just getting out of a window.
Okay.
I don't like
No
to
harm, no foul.
traditional entrances.
Not my circus,
and then
my
and then
monkeys.
Crayola, you see they see you just hopping out of this window. Where it's I'll show you where you're at. I'm gonna move where the dummy was at, right there. Now it says 100. You're right there. And right now they're walking to 21. Oh, you probably don't have the map. Sorry. Let me get that up for you. There you go. You all have the map. So I'm gonna move the thing. You probably see it move, and then I'm gonna move it back where it should go. So that's the place you hopped into. We'll just say you got yourself some goods. Did everyone do their downtime? What they did?
Yeah,
Did,
last time.
They think
Okay.
so.
You did
Yes.
some robbing of houses, right?
I
already
did.
that. Okay, we'll say this was part of it.
I made
Yeah.
as much money as I spent doing it. So
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
and I did nothing because I got to heal. It was awesome.
That's excellent.
Yeah.
At least you can walk on your own, though.
True.
But they're walking towards the market, which is only open on Sundays, but they are walking towards the market. And then today is, you guys had your 10 days rest, and we're just picking up from there. We can go through clues as we play.
So,
today
so
is
Malachor and I are invisible, so I will message you and tell you we are here.
it's 3 days to Sunday today, so.
Okay.
Four days to the festival when the delegation's supposed to be here. They are late.
Through the message thing, we're kind of filling in. So we're checking up on some of the clues that we gathered last time.
Mm-hmm.
We found out that some of the Delver groups have been leaving town.
Well,
And we're
one, we
following up
don't know about the group.
No,
we're finding
we're
out.
checking to see if others are
They're the believers,
running away,
yeah.
and
One guy
there's
did.
a couple other
The sheriff's
couple
wife
other
told us that there are 3 new graves, that the shepherd told her there are 3 new graves out where he grazes.
so we're trying to
The
connect those
sheriff
dots.
doesn't know anything about it, apparently. So he says. So we were going to go look for the shepherd, and then we found out that, what's his face? What's the
Imrith.
guy who's... No, the guy who's now in charge. What's his face?
Stanner.
Stanner came into the pub and said he's now in charge of the
Wagon Works.
wheelhouse, or whatever the wagon works.
the
Because the guy left. So we just searched his house to find out if he's really gone for good or what.
And
He is.
the guy that owned the wagon works, his name is Imith, and he was one of the believers that the little boy down in the cavern told you guys of. So yeah,
Yes.
that's why you guys went to check out his house.
Yes.
So you guys walk over to the market. This muddy, well-used field is ringed with outhouses and rings of stones that have obviously been used as cook fires or trash burn sites many times in the past. Once a 10-day, it's crowded with wagons from nearby farms. Farmers drive in from the homestead miles away to sell all manner of in-season produce, cheese, cider, cider vinegar, and last year's pickled beets in jugs. And in here, you see over in this back stall here, I will put a little box over it. Over in the back stall, you see one guy that you can recognize from afar. He's a big, burly half-orc. It's Grund. And you can see that he's putting some things into a jar, and he doesn't even notice you guys walking.
Because we are invisible.
There is no one else in the stalls. All the stalls are closed up. They're closed up with canvas sheets. The buildings are closed doors, and the shutters are closed. But otherwise, it's empty except for him.
So the only ones that really, without looking hard, that can be seen are myself and Criella, right? The two are kind of...
Yes. Crayola, your friends tell you they're invisible. Malachor and Varjarma. I assume you guys tell them, but...
I would like to go and peek through some of the curtains and just kind of generally look around the space.
Okay, when you...
Gron doesn't notice us?
Not at first, but as you go look around the stalls, then he does.
You wouldn't notice her.
He wouldn't notice
no, he
me.
wouldn't
I'm
notice you
just
at all.
looking.
Yeah.
So I'll walk up kind of not really close behind him, but close enough to probably startle him and say, "I thought we told you to watch the boy."
And he goes, he ducks. You notice there's a recognition on his face. He's like, then he ducks. Don't hurt me! Don't hurt me! Don't hurt Gond!
Where is he?
He kind of looks up. Who?
Where is Braylon?
I don't know.
So what did you do with him when you brought him up here?
I took him home.
And you haven't seen him since?
Well, he comes by sometimes. You gonna hurt me?
I'm just looking for answers. As long as you continue your answers, we're friends.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna stay down here. He just kind of stays down. He's kind of looking around.
When was the last time you saw Braylon?
Today.
2 days ago. And
Yeah.
his father?
He came by, help me pickle beets.
Wonderful.
And you can see he's got jars and he pickles beets and stuff.
Wonderful. And his father? When was the last time you saw him?
He was at the helm.
Was that today?
You can't see my eyes rolling. They're invisible.
He's like 10:50 Dago.
Let's see. So it wasn't as the sun came up today, is what you're saying.
No.
And what about Braylon's mom? When have you seen the lady of the house?
I don't know.
Hmm.
Are we all connected by message, or does Vajarma have to speak?
No, I have
Vajarma
to
has
do
to
it, and
speak.
you can
Yeah.
reply.
All right.
Yeah.
Then I'm gonna message to Vajarma, ask why the market's closed.
How do
You cannot ask
can't,
me a
yeah.
question. I have to ask you first.
Oh,
I message
so
you
it's only
first, and you
it's only
reply.
one way.
You can
get it,
only
yeah.
reply to me. No,
Okay.
you cannot. Yeah, you can only reply to me. I don't know. I'm looking around. Do I find anything or do I not?
You don't. I mean, you don't find anything in the stalls other than storage
Nothing.
containers and such as that. I mean, there's
All
nothing
these
that.
things.
No, just
It's empty.
It's market. Yeah, most of it's market. Most of it's put under. But I mean,
I will message Kevril and I will say, why is there no one here? Ask him why no one is here.
Well, today's not Sunday, right? So that's why nobody's here. We know that.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's 3 days to Sunday, right?
Right.
Okay.
Exactly.
What the hell's this half-orc's name again? Grund?
Grund.
Grund.
Yes, me Grund.
Grund. Where is the Lord's horse? Where is Rothgar's horse? Surely you know that at least.
His horse? Does he have a horse? I don't know. I never see him take a horse. He lives right there. He points. I showed you where his house was.
Yeah, I know. All right, wonderful. Have you been back down to the under the wagon works recently?
No.
Don't lie to me.
Okay, I went there 80 days ago.
And what did you do?
3 p.m.
What did-
I got nails.
You got nails.
Yeah.
For what?
He points at his stall.
They make nails down below the wagon works. That's what you're saying.
They always have nails. So we get nails from the wagons.
How about below
You're kind
the
of
wagon?
dumb.
How about below the wagon works?
I don't know. Never been there. We're not allowed in. No one's allowed in there.
I see. I think I'm done.
You want some pickles?
I think you've exhausted that line of inquiry.
Yeah, I'm just not. I'm just gonna stop talking and just kind of walk away from him at this
Would you
point.
like some pickles?
I would not like your pickles.
They're
Thanks.
they're freshly brought in from the shepherd.
Why
I
is
see.
the shepherd pickling?
Right.
I don't want to know. I don't think so. No.
So but we know the shepherd and this other Delver guy hang out at Gale Cares, right?
Yes.
Mhm.
All right. That's number 17.
That is.
All right.
All right.
I'm going to turn around and walk that way, but I can't. At least I'm smart enough to know that I can't wave and beckon them to follow me.
Yeah. I mean, you can talk. You can. People can hear you. So you're just invisible. And people can see your footsteps. It's dirt. Especially
I'll
your
try not to
footsteps.
walk right. I'll try not to walk on the sand. They know enough about tracking and causing a ruckus.
I mean, Grun doesn't even notice you. I mean, you know, he's not too bright.
He's super smart. So
yeah.
I get it, but
where do you guys want to head to next?
I think we should go to what's his name's house, Rothgar, and find out if they're there, if they fled as well.
Okay.
Since we're close, anyways.
So that house is where the 40 is pointing, down in the south. It's right there, right below the 22. You guys go up to the house. It is a small stone house, with with a wooden top. It has smoke coming from it. It is it's about 2. And inside you hear some hammering coming from inside.
Hammering. Does it sound like hammering as in a hammer hitting wood? Driving nails, or does it sound like probably hammering on? Okay. Well, somebody's home.
I'm gonna look through a window.
Knock. Click, click. You look through a window. You see a man in there repairing. He is a very, very strong man. He has a black curly beard with a lot of gray in it. He's balding on top. He's human, and he's pounding in some cupboards, which side of it looks like it is broken. He's repairing. And he doesn't notice you. You just see him pounding away. Here.
Do we know him from anywhere?
Of wood. Clunk, clunk, clunk.
Is that all I
seeing him before?
Is that all I can see from my vantage point?
Yeah.
Within the house?
Well, yeah, you just see the kitchen part from the window you're looking in. You can look in all the windows. You look in all the windows.
I can, yeah.
Yeah, if you go walk around.
I'm pretty tall.
Yeah, you walk around, you look in all the windows. There is someone in a back room, and she seems to be knitting. She's sitting on a rocker knitting.
All right, keep going.
All right.
Is she around the same age?
You see what appears to be probably a children's room. There's like toys in there and stuff like that, wooden toys. You see? Yeah, she's around the same age. I mean, they're probably humans in their 50s or so. You just keep hearing the knocking of wood echo through the place.
Alright, well, I'll walk to the group and whisper and let everybody know that people are still here. Whether or not we know who they are, but...
Right. Do we know what he does? What did Rothgar do?
He was part of the Believers. The Believers were people that were high. There's some kind of high council that make decisions, wealthy people that make decisions of the town.
I mean, what was his trade, though? Would we know? Do we have any idea what he did?
Nope. I don't think you asked the kid.
Okay.
So we don't know this man, if that's actually his dad or not.
It is his
right
house.
Place.
So
okay,
right.
We know. It's his house.
Yeah.
Does he?
You guys got double confirmation of this place.
All right.
And people like generally people in town when they lead you, they don't lie. Like it's a small town. They're like, oh yeah, we know that house. So.
Okay. So, I am thinking we don't see the child anywhere.
No.
Okay.
Some butterflies go flutter in through your hair, and they flutter off.
Yes. So, can I see in the windows or not? Am I too short?
Yeah, you can see in the windows. By now, by the second person looking through the windows, you notice the carpenter, bends down and picks up wood, and he looks at you straight in the eyes.
You can't see it now because they're invisible.
He just kind of looks at you like, and you're like peeking in.
Okay, so
and he kind of goes up and looks at you. Oh wait, no,
Okay.
I'm sorry. You're invisible. He doesn't see you. Never mind.
Yes,
Oh,
I am
forgot.
invisible.
I totally forgot.
Right.
He heard you made a noise, and he kind of looked, and you didn't see anything, and then he goes back to what he's doing. So you see basically the same thing.
Okay. So I think I'm going to whisper. I'm going to message him like a whisper. He's banging on wood, right?
Yeah, he can hear it because it's like
Okay,
in our head. So
Right. So I will
clunk, clunk,
whisper.
clunk,
Where's the boy? I'm gonna
He
be creepy.
stops, and then he's like,
And I stop. I don't say anything.
"Honey, did you say something?" And she's like, "No." Alright. He starts pounding in wood again.
So then, and I do it
He starts
again.
grumbling to
Whisper.
himself. Okay.
So I
Hey,
whisper. Where is
He's-
the boy?
What? Did you say? What did you say, honey? Did you say something? No, I didn't say anything.
I feel like he did something creepy with this kid.
He's like, okay. He starts going again.
Yes. The boy, bring out the boy.
Oh my god. He's like, God damn it! He throws down his hammer, and then he knocks off the piece of wood that he was just pounding on. And he's like, damn it! Are you playing tricks with me, woman? He goes and walks in there, and then she's like, what's going on? And then they start arguing.
So while they're arguing, then I
and
whisper, I'm like,
they're arguing about a lot of piddly things, and you
Right,
start to overhear them saying that you're the one that got mad last night and broke the cupboard, blah 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 blah, and all this stuff.
yes.
Nice.
So
Typical
I
married
whisper.
couple
I'm
stuff.
whispering again. Are you a believer?
He
I'm doing
stops.
whispers.
He's like, wait,
Whisper.
I hear it again. That's it. We'll talk about this later. I'm going to helm. And then he goes and walks out the door. And he sees you guys standing there, but, you guys are away from the house that aren't looking in. He kind of,
I want
as
to
he
follow
walks
him.
by, he kind of looks at you, and he kind of goes, the fuck are you looking at? And he goes off.
I want to follow him.
You sure can.
I'm
He
gonna
walks
Somebody
message
over-
should.
him.
he walks
I'm
over to
following
the
him.
helm.
I am invisible. I'm gonna follow him, and the
Okay.
whole time
I mean,
I'm going to
everyone-
keep whispering.
If everyone wants to follow him, you can. He's just storming mad. What are you gonna whisper
Well-
the whole time?
I'm whispering. Are you
What?
a believer?
Okay.
Are
he
you-
keeps with.
Are you a
He's like,
believer?
fuck! God, you see him just complaining the whole time, and everyone just gets out of his way as he's just stomping down the thing. What the fuck? He kind of hits his head and shit. He doesn't know what the fuck is going on.
Yeah, of course not.
And you see him get in the helm. I'm gonna assume you guys all follow him. It's really easy because he's preoccupied with something else, and the whole street clears, and
Okay.
You guys, unless anyone wants to stay back and talk to the wife, you can do that too. And you follow him into the helm, and he's going. Is like, just turn. I'll take one of your hard ones. In fact, I'll take the whole bottle. No. And just turns like, okay,
I'm gonna-
okay, calm down.
Yes.
And,
I'm going to let him drink a bit.
Okay.
It'll be easier
He-
once
he-
he's been drinking.
He starts complaining about his wife is so nosy and all this stuff.
His wife
Is-
is.
Is
Yeah.
Hallbrook the sheriff
He's
still
always
there?
getting into his business. Yeah, the Hallbrook is there. They drink together.
Okay, so he's been drinking.
Hallbrook
wanna-
always drinks on his
So I'm
lunch for a while.
Oh, well, not him, the dad.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna let him drink
He
some.
takes a bottle
then-
and he gulps it down. He's like, much better. And Hallberg is like, mentions like, I'd never seen you drink like that, Rothar.
Yes.
He's
And so
like,
I
things been getting to me. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
and I'm going to whisper in his head again, beware the Delvers.
And he just shakes his head and he just says something, mumbles something under his breath, and he drinks again.
Yes.
And he's like, I gotta go. He just gets up and he goes. And he takes the bottle with him, and Just Earn is like, hey! And then he's like, oh yeah. And he flips him a gold piece and he walks out.
Yeah.
And Rothar ends up heading to Welver's Wagon Works. I'm gonna assume you guys
Okay.
follow him.
That's where
Yep.
he's going.
Following again.
He basically walks in, and Stanner's in there. He's at the front, all lit up. He's at the desk, just sitting there, you know? He's like...
Not doing
kinda
shit
sits
because he
back.
don't have to.
He's like... Actually, he was drawing something, but... he sits back, and he sees Rothar walk in, and he goes... How the fuck are you, Rothar? And Rothar's like... Imith, when's he coming back? And Stanner's like... I don't know. He left town. I don't know where the fuck he is, but I'm in charge. What can I do for you? And Rothar's like, damn. He always leaves at the wrong time. Tell me, Stanner, have you seen anyone here at night? And Stanner's like, nope. And and Rothar's fine. He just kind of slams the door and he walks off. He walks off
So while
towards the
he's-
druid.
Okay, while he's walking, I'm whispering again, where is the boy?
Okay.
Bring out the
He's
boy.
like, get out of my head! And he goes and takes a dip in the pond.
Hmm.
You see him, he just strips and he dips in.
Healing
Not
properties.
pleasant. Not pleasant.
Should we check out the other barbershop, or should we try to find the shepherd?
I'm going to stay with this asshole till I find out where his child is.
Okay.
We're going to keep fucking with him until he breaks and says something.
He never says anything.
Well,
He just is like, what the fuck? And he doesn't really tell you where his child is. You guys can look, I mean, kids go out and play and stuff like that, so you can assume his kid's out and playing.
Torturing him for no reason. He's probably like
Yes.
door with him.
Yes.
It's
Yeah, this
fun.
guy goes fucking nuts. So,
Well, that's what he gets.
It'd be
Um,
He let
way
his
more
son
fun
be
if
he
crushed
downers.
by rocks.
he
Mhm.
yeah, he ends up in some field, passes out drunk. Thanks to you.
Okay, good.
Awesome.
All right, good.
Oh,
That
is
seems-
does he really? He passes out drunk?
Yeah, he does.
All right, good. I'm going to walk up to him then and pretend to make sure he's okay and then search his body
You're
and see
going
if
to
he has
steal
anything on him that
Yes.
tell us something about him, the Delvers, or him as a believer, or anything weird going on.
Okay. Well, on him, I mean, you don't find anything that retains to the believers, but you do find a set of keys.
Okay. Like anything identifying on them that would tell me that it's something besides maybe his house keys?
Probably his house keys. No, they're nothing. They're just brass keys. One steel key and brass key.
Don't necessarily want to rob the guy, but
You must.
Why not?
I'll take him and
You
I'll toss him to Cruella. Here.
Kind of do want to rob the guy.
I can find a use for these.
I figured.
Yes.
There you go. You got Rothar's house keys. You can just write that down. You know they're house keys, but there could be something else too. You don't know, but at least just write down Rothar's house keys.
Magic
You know that
number.
much.
All right. Should we try the Gaelker?
Ken,
See if
yeah.
the shepherd's there.
Yes.
Okay.
Or any
when
of the
you
other
guys-
identified believers.
That's number 17. When you go up to Gelker's, inside is a cluttered shop full of lounging customers, most of them men, in no particular hurry to be waited on, with old hair clippings trotted underfoot on the staggering floor. And you see there is about 5 people in here. One of the guys that plays card is in here. And they're just all drinking and talking. There's like a couple like kegs where they kind of get their own beer, and you see there's a bowl in front that's full of coins, and there's a sign that says 6 copper, drink all you want.
The honor system.
Wow.
Yeah. And then they all stop. They're all talking, chatting amongst themselves, and they all stop when they see you walk in. They get kind of quiet. And you see a guy there that has scissors, and he has like an apron on. He's got hair all over him. He's a pudgy man. And he just kind of looks over at you. He's got curly gray hair, pudgy nose. He's human.
I'll just say.
You notice
you
that
got
he has blue, nice, striking blue eyes.
Oh,
And
how
he's
nice.
like, he just kind of looks at you, and he's like, 6 copper, get you a cotton and some mead.
Okay.
I feel like Kenny Rogers and I are the only people with hair that is.
I have hair.
Yeah, he has long hair, actually.
I have awesome
Kenny
hair.
is invisible right now, so
Yeah,
it doesn't matter.
Yeah, those two are invisible, so. But I don't know, how long did you spend torching this guy? So you spent at least an hour torturing this guy before he passed out drunk.
Oh, maybe we are not.
Let's see.
Half hour, 20 minutes.
You guys got about, we'll say 15 minutes left of invisibility.
Okay. So we better make sure we don't appear in front of everyone out of nowhere.
This is true.
I'll go stand outside.
You can cast it again if you want to, and then you'd have to burn some
Just
spell
for
points
me,
to
though.
twin it. Well, you have to burn twin
Just
points.
for-
You can burn spell points. To
I'll go
twin
wait
it.
outside.
Burn
Yeah.
spell slots to twin it to get your spell points. Blah blah blah. Okay, you wait outside.
Yeah.
As you're waiting there, Melikor, a kid is walking down the street and they run right into you. They're like, ah! And they fall down and they're like, and the other kids laugh at him because they think someone laughed. He's like, I ran into something. And they're like, you fell. And they tease him all the way down the street.
Kids suck. They're so
yeah,
mean.
they do. They would totally do that.
They do.
And anyways, so you guys are in Gelker's.
Can I, as the kids are there, can I ask them something?
They're out front. If you guys want to be in Gelker's, you're in Gelker's. But yeah, you can go out and ask the kids.
real quick.
Yeah, sure.
I want to ask them if they've seen Raylan, because
Oh, you're the...
Raylan, I let him borrow my mouse.
Oh,
like-
Galen?
Yeah.
We think he's out at Witcherfield.
When's the last time you saw him?
Well, he's out at Witcherfield. That's where he out.
Okay.
We went to Witcherfield. We're going to the quarry. But don't
What
tell
are you-
anyone.
What are you doing in the?
No.
Can you fly?
Yeah, and I'll show you if you tell me what you're doing in the quarry.
Mhm.
We're looking for diamonds, one of them says.
Liar.
Well, good. And I hover a couple feet off the ground for a few seconds.
Woo! Woo! They all get around you. One of them tries to tug you down when you do it. And you see there's an old lady across the street, and she's kind of looking, and she's like, ah! And she goes in her house. She was on her porch.
I'll throw each of the kids a copper coin and tell them to be good.
Woo! They go running. They go the opposite way of
Best
the quarry.
demon ever!
Yeah. They go the opposite way of the quarry, basically. No.
I'm going to make them my Baker Street irregulars. Just you wait.
There you go.
Alright, I'm going to go stand outside with Melkor so I
guys-
don't appear in front of everyone.
You guys were going to Gelkers to talk to some kind of shepherd, which you probably got the name
Right.
from Melkor, and they can give it to you. His name is
Shepherd Lemon.
Yeah, and basically he's seen some
New graves.
New graves recently.
Yes, the grapes.
All right, let's talk to him about the graves. That'd be fun.
So you guys are in. You see 5 men.
How do you
huddled
segue into grapes?
on some seats. They're all drinking and they're talking to what appears to be the owner. So the total of 6 people in here, 5 men sitting that are probably the customers. And the owner seems to be a hair cutter. He's got long scissors in his hand. He's got an apron full of combs and scissors and stuff.
So do we see somebody that looks like the shepherd that they described, or no? That's there, one of the patrons, or not?
You can roll a perception check. We'll just make it easy. Yeah, you see someone that's probably a shepherd. Because what's the point of this, you know?
Do we
you're gonna
smell
find 'em
someone who's
eventually.
probably a shepherd?
Yes.
Is more likely.
Actually,
Do we
it's
smell
pretty
the one?
obvious because there's all these guys smell like Beal. They're older men and stuff.
Does
But
he
one of
have a
them,
big
one of
crooked
them
staff?
is a
By him?
long, skinny guy, and by him you can
One
see.
of them smells like sheep.
Yeah, you can see there's a long staff, and he's got trousers full of mud on, and he kind of stinks. He's an old man. He's chewing on some hay. And,
His name takes his lemon.
He's got a little bit of a beard. So you assume that's
What
him.
was his name? Lenum? What was his name?
Larman.
Larman.
Larman Greenboot. He's human.
Is he what's he doing? Is he waiting for his haircut, or what is he
They were
drinking,
all
or what's he-
chatting amongst themselves, just talking
Okay.
about things, and they stopped when you
So-
came in. And
Oh,
when
they
you're in
did.
there, they're kind of not talking. They're just waiting to see what you guys do. Do you put any money in the barrel?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Yep.
You drop your coins. You hear the clink of the coins roll around in the barrel as they come to a stop.
I'll try. So is it kind of like there's a bar and they're all sitting at the bar? Is that it, or is it there's
Yeah,
tables?
there's like a long bar, but there's kegs where you get your own beer, and there's mugs around there, wooden mugs.
All right, I'll get myself an ale after I drop my money in, and then kind of sit semi close to the shepherd, but not at his table or not
All
right in his face, but close enough that I could make casual conversation.
And as you sit there, you see one by one each head go down and look at you. It's like each one in a row, like domino effect. And they kind of
Mhm.
look at you, and the last guy goes, "What the fuck are you?"
Never seen an elf before.
Been an elf, but not no elf I've ever seen. I reckon
Stayed a little too long in the sun.
you're an evil elf. And they all kind of look like. One of them's like, I seen him. He's been staying. They're one of the ones staying here up at the Swinging Sword. That's where they stay. They're the ones bringing all the trouble here. I say.
Oh yes, of course.
And you see the shepherd guy. He just kind of looks, and like, anyways, as we're saying, and they just start talking about things in town, like basic things in town about how some of the ladies, what ladies are cute, and who they're with.
Am I
and
still-
that kind
Am
of
I
stuff.
still invisible or not invisible anymore?
It's been 5 minutes. You got 10 minutes left. You could always cast it again.
Can't I? Don't want to cast it again.
Well,
I need
don't.
to be a pretty lady.
You can
Cancel
dismiss
it, right?
your spell any sign. You can go outside, go around the corner, and just
All right.
release
So
your
I'm.
spell.
Can I hear what they're talking about? Anybody?
Yeah, if you're in there.
Can I message? I'm gonna. Well, I'm not yet, but.
You can
Okay.
message
I'm
whoever
going
you
to
want.
dismiss
just do the
my
bar.
spell, and I
Alright.
will.
You go around the corner and dismiss your spell.
Okay, good. Now I come inside.
Are you gonna use
So-
disguise self or anything? They're gonna be you.
Nope, I am just pretty me.
Okay.
So that
Alright.
that means my spell's gone
they-
too, then, right?
Okay. They're talking. They
No.
all stop. They all stop again. It does mean your spell. Both of you, it's gone. Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Yes.
It's okay.
All of a sudden, you forgot about Melkor. All of a sudden, Melkor appears in the street. The lady, she just came back out with his clothes, and then she sees Melkor, and she's like, ah! And she goes in the street. She slams the door, shuts the shutters.
Oh, that lady,
No,
man.
where am I?
she's having
Where have I
a
been?
bad day. She's having a bad day.
Yeah.
She didn't invite him in. That's
What a weird
shame.
dream.
She should have invited him in. Strange large men appear on your doorstep. You
There's a
should be
wagon.
happy.
There's a wagon that goes by, and you see, there's cloaked men in it that are, or cloaked people in it that are in the wagon, and they kind of see you appear, and they mutter something under their breath. They say something about the realms
Same
or something.
Same cloaks that we've seen before. Or do they look like
No,
monks?
these are great. These are great cloaks.
Alright, so I go sit down next to Kevril.
Okay.
Are they
You
coming
sit down
into
next
town,
to
Sean?
Cavril, and he's like,
Yes.
he kind of, the owner kind of looks at the barrel, and he's like, you're a lady, a pretty lady, but, you know, there's a barrel
But-
over there. Even ladies have
There's a
to pay.
barrel.
In fact, we usually don't let ladies in here.
I'll
But,
take-
Really?
look, you're pretty, that's fine. You're a stranger,
Oh,
that's fine.
fuck you, asshole.
What stays in here, stays in here. But you
Oh
need
my.
to pay.
Even if I am not drinking,
And I
I
won't
can't just enjoy the
I won't-
company of some gentlemen.
I won't cut your hair, but you need to pay.
No, no one touches my hair.
Good, because I can't cut
I
the
will
ladies'
pay.
hair.
I will
All right.
pay.
So you get up and go put the money in the barrel.
Yeah, I go
Anyways.
put money in there. And they come and sit back down, and I bat my eyelashes and smile sweetly.
And they all kind of were talking about ladies, and
Yes.
there's a hush, and they're all drinking their drinks, and they kind of look over and they look at each other, and they don't know what to say.
Yes.
So
And
I'll,
one of them gets up and he's like, "Well, Marlando, I think I'm done." And then he leaves his half-drinking beer up, and he gets up, and the other one goes,
So they
other
are
two
so
goes,
uncomfortable.
yes, and they leave, and basically everyone but the shepherd leaves, and the shepherd is
Excellent.
there chewing on what appears to be probably tobacco or something like that.
Okay.
yummy.
And then
So
Marlando kind of looks at you, and he's like, "This is what ladies do."
Because
this is what ladies do.
Clear out the bar.
Oh.
This place is for men.
So I say to the shepherd, so it looks like you're the only one who is man enough to sit in the presence of a lady.
He's like,
Perhaps. Yes. He's like, what?
he spits in
Yes.
his little. There's
How
like a
very
brass bowl
attractive.
for it.
How very
He's like-
attractive.
Yep, it is
It is.
definitely. But
Nice.
he just kind of shrugs.
So I am going to charm him.
Okay.
Um,
People can see you casting a spell, by the way.
they can see me casting a spell.
Are you not
They
already
certainly
charming enough?
What?
Are you not already charming?
Are you not already charming enough?
People can see you cast a
Apparently
spell,
not.
and then after charm person wears off, they do know you did it. So they're
Yes.
usually not too happy.
Well,
Before we start,
are you trying to tell me not to do it?
No, I'm just letting you know the
Okay.
circumstances.
I know
at
how
which
my
you do it.
spell works.
All right.
I know
cool.
how my spell works.
You charm
I
'em.
read.
I will roll the thing.
I just charm.
So as you start casting a spell,
Hmm.
you get you're gonna have to roll initiative.
punched in the face.
Come on.
What can I say, man? They don't allow
These
spells.
assholes, they're going to hit a woman. What a bunch of bitches. Their asses are going to be mine.
Just let me take you over, huh?
Fuck it. All right, let's see. Initiative.
It would be kind of like a surprise, so you can get your spell off. This would be a surprise round. They don't expect you to cast a spell, you know. So you automatically can get your spell off, which I'll roll a surprise, but you will be not so happy. Let me find some commoners.
Is everybody rolling initiative or just?
If you guys want to
the
do
bitch who's
anything,
gonna get
I
beamed.
mean, if you guys want to do anything, yes, you should roll initiative.
Well,
If you
I'll
don't
roll
wanna
it,
do
but I
anything-
reserve the right not to do anything at all.
Right. That's my thought.
Actually, I bet you these guys are
That's a
around
sweet
here.
roll.
But just in case you want to do anything, then yeah, you roll. Actually, I have the NPCs. Cool.
Whatever.
You're all tying at the bottom.
We're not doing anything.
That's okay. They're
Although
like
they didn't
slow.
actually upgrade. That's just kind of weird, but.
Lemon got a 1, you know, but you know he's very calm and he's just not moving fast, so it don't matter. You guys all roll?
Yep.
So let me roll Lemon's saving throw.
The tracker
what
did
what is your DC? Verjarma.
What?
What is your
Spell difficulty class.
Okay. You go to where the fuck is this at? You go open up charm person, and then wisdom DC 13 tells you right there in your spell. So he has to get a. Did it roll? No, I just roll. If it rolls that way. He saves. He does know you tried charming him. He gets like a scrawl on his face. He looks at you, and then, first up is Cavero. What would you like to do?
So I saw that take place. I saw him kind of I saw her try to cast a spell and then make a funny.
Yeah, he made a funny face. He's like, huh?
I'll just kind of block line of sight between the two of them as much as I can, and just say, I think we've got a misunderstanding here. We just need some information. I'm sure we can come to some kind of agreement, and I'll slide 2 gold across the counter over to him.
Okay. Please make a charisma roll. That'll be your action.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. Please make it would be a persuasion roll. And you're in combat, so you'll probably have disadvantage on it because of someone else's action.
Persuasion. I'm gonna put in the tower. Or...
I mean, you'll know if you do it or not in this case. You know. It'll be a verse in this case. Let's see. Hey, why did it do that? Okay, what's Marlando, which you can assume is the owner, Marlandro. He kind of goes out and grabs. He's still continuing to grab for Verjarma's hand. He sees the money. He's like, what the heck? And he goes to grab Verjarma's hands. So Melikar, you're next.
I'm outside.
You're outside then. You're doing nothing. Verjarma.
I don't know what's going on.
You can see Marlando's just like noticed what was going on, and he's coming at you, and he has his hands out. He put down his scissors.
So he's not. He does not have. He's not touched
It's
me
not
yet.
his turn yet. You got the jump.
So.
No touchy.
Yes, I stand up, and I just put my hands up, and I said, "Do not touch me."
Don't cast spells.
I don't really know. I don't know what you're talking about. I am simply sitting here enjoying the company of some gentlemen.
He's still coming at you. Krayla, your turn.
Is there a back room here?
There's a back door, and yeah, there's a back room.
Okay. Since his attention is not on me, I am going to discreetly in a corner cast the minor illusion cantrip.
I'm gonna assume you're outside and you heard some rustling, so you come in.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
I was. If I
Outside
came in, I
talking to
was
the kids.
hanging back by the door anyway.
Yeah. You probably like just seen this shit happen, and you're like, ah.
And minor illusion doesn't require any hand motions, so I just try and keep it on the down low. I'd like to make the sound of a shelf full of stuff falling over in the back room.
Okay, cool. Roll a deception check. But use your spell. Actually, no. Roll a Arcana check. No, we'll use deception because you're a thief. So.
All right. In the tower or no?
It doesn't matter. You'll know if he notices it.
So that would be 16. Oh, it didn't show up. It was 16.
Okay. I rolled against his, and you successfully distracted him. So basically, you hear a shelf fall down, and he goes to grab. He's gonna go grab Vajarma's hands, and he stops. And he's like, "What the fuck?" And he goes off. He's like, "Now what? Women are bad luck." He mumbles under his breath. And he goes into the back room.
He's not wrong. To be fair, he's not.
And then, so we're basically out of combat. And then you have the shepherd sitting there, and he's like, he gets some chewing tobacco. He's like, "Yeah, why are you casting a spell on me?"
All right, I can take a hint.
And then he goes, and he puts it in his mouth.
All right. So I'm just I say my farewells. I bid them good evening. I go outside.
I will
see
go.
what Malachor is up to.
I will go sit down in a chair, and just politely ask him. Well, I hear you know something about fresh graves, my friend.
He kind of looks you over, and he's like, "Are you a demon or something?"
A girl demon.
You know,
you shout out from up the outside. He's like, "Spells, demons."
there's some weird ancestry in my past. What can I say?
Mr. Gelker comes out. He comes out and he kind of looks and he's like, "She's gone." And the shepherd goes, "Yep, she left and we got a demon over here." And then he kind of goes over and he looks at you and he's like, "What about graves?"
They were just talking around town, some people saying that you found some fresh graves out somewhere.
I don't know if I can trust you.
That's fair. That's fair. You don't know me from anybody else. I understand.
People casting
I will-
spells and stuff.
I will hand over 6 copper pieces and tell the establishment owner that I'd like a trim, please.
Right.
I
And
felt
and
he
the
didn't
owner's
cut
like,
girls' hair.
he kind of looks at you. He's like, I don't know how to cut demon
It's
lady's
just-
hair. Demon,
it's
I don't know.
just-
He's like,
Miss
I
Manny?
don't know how to
Lady.
cut demon lady hair. I'm
It's just
I'm
hair, my
sorry.
friend. It's just hair.
get your liquor, whatever. I'm not cutting your hair.
How am I gonna get a good haircut in this town? And I thought that if I was gonna go anywhere to get a decent haircut, I would go to you, but I guess people were wrong.
You can roll a charisma check if you want.
I'd love to.
Or it'd be persuasion.
It's persuasion. Yeah.
Right. Unless, of course, you're lying.
Yeah.
I don't even know if I have to even roll for that, but I will.
It would be a natural 20.
That's a natural.
Unless he gets a natural 20, which he didn't. He's like, fuck. He's like,
One damn fine, pretty demon woman.
wizard casting spells. All right, I'll do it. And then you leave. After I do it, you leave.
That's fine.
Fine. How do you want it
done? Really, if you could, it's getting a little bit long, so if you could kind of just bring it up by maybe a minute and a half, that'd be really nice. But
How much?
Layer it. Don't give me short shrift here. Give me some nice layers in back there.
Hey, whatever you say. He starts cutting.
So my shepherd friend,
Yeah.
what brings you into town? I know you're out in the fields most of the time. What brings you in now?
Well, I lost some sheep. I need to get some more sheep.
Like you misplaced them, or
No. A big giant bird came down and take it. And there was some riders on it. Sleigh riders.
that sucks for you, my friend.
Yeah.
You ever seen anything like that before?
Well, no, but people have been saying there's some birds been flying around. Vultures or something? I don't know. But they've been flying around. People have been riding them. Some say that there's some kind of knights or something. I don't know.
Oh.
But they took 3 of my sheep.
You know which?
One of them they dropped.
You know which direction they took them off to?
Her name was Sally.
She's my favorite.
They headed well, where I was at, the only thing I could see out there was that tower. They headed for the tower.
I heard some bad things happening around the towers recently. I don't know.
I don't know. I've never been there. Place haunted. Why do you want to know about the graves?
It's just there's some weird stuff going on in town. Just trying to get a feel for how all of this is happening, because it makes you a little bit uneasy hearing things like that.
Well, the weather's been weird.
Yeah.
You seem to be a nice demon that gets their haircut.
A nice demon.
So, you want to see these graves?
Sure, I'd check them out.
Alright. How about tomorrow morning, we'll head out there.
All right, where should I meet you?
Here.
Okay.
Take off for you. But, it's not free. For each person I take out 1 silver. What do you say?
It's only fair. Only fair, because you're putting yourself out there. I can respect that.
Right. And no trickery, no spellcasting.
No spell casting. Nope.
Okay. We've never seen women in here, and the other one, was she your friend?
I don't know if she was my friend. We've worked together in the past. We've been co-workers sometimes.
Make sure you tell her. If she's coming, no spells.
I'll give her the words. Thank you.
All right. He gets your hair done, and your hair's fucked up. The guy cuts male hair. You now have split ends and that kind of thing, you know.
Dull scissors.
And he did the best
drunk.
he can.
Come on.
If I remember, you had some
Just
kind
braid
of
it.
braids. You had some kind of braids or something like that, you know. And you can do your hair much better than that. So whatever. It's all fucked up. It's a little bit miseven. He's used to short hair, not long. He's used to cutting it to like a certain thing. He's like, sorry, my little measuring thing is only goes that far. I can't even. Anyways,
Plus,
you got
he's
yourself a
drunk.
haircut.
So what do you?
We all have our limitations.
So I'm gonna assume you guys go to bed that night, unless you guys want to do something. But we should probably just go to bed.
Yes, take a long
So
rest
next-
so that Vajrama gets all of her spell stuff back.
Yeah. Everyone's gonna have a long rest and all that stuff. And you guys meet the shepherd there in the morning.
Overnight, I'm going to cast Find Familiar.
Okay.
Hmm.
You now have a familiar.
It's
want
going to
it
be
to
a
be a mouse?
sparrow.
What's that? Oh, cool.
It's gonna be a large vulture with a knight.
Find familiar is a very, very useful spell.
That's awesome spell.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's
that way I can
so
have
useful.
eyes and ears in the sky if I need them.
Yep.
All right, cool.
So do I have my stuff back now?
Yeah, you took a long rest.
Okay.
Okay,
Pajama just-
you guys.
No
it's-
funny stuff.
Yeah. You
No
guys, it's
spell.
like
I will not. Even though I can, I will not.
you meet the shepherd there at sunrise, and he's just standing up front. He's got a pipe in hand. He's all prepared to go, and he's got about 12 sheeps around him, and he just stand out there. The streets are pretty clear this early in the morning. Nobody likes getting up this early. You guys had breakfast at the helm. You talked to Justern for a while. He's wondering what you guys are doing up this early. And this is like the start of the shift.
We're going to go see the graves.
Tell him we're gonna go learn how to herd sheep.
He's like,
we just-
he's basically, oh, another troublemaking adventure. He just kind of laughs.
Mhm.
So,
We're off to see the new graves.
Yeah, let's make sure that we keep aware. Try to see if we can find any clues on these vultures with riders, like especially direction that they're coming in from, things like
Are
that.
you telling Justern that? Or are you guys saying?
No,
that
no.
yourselves? Okay.
Are they tiny? Are they
Yeah,
tiny
you might be freaking out a lot of people in town talking about vultures and riders and shit. Okay, so I think I gave you guys a map. You're at where Malachor is, and you guys meet the shepherd, and he's like, "So, you all ready to go?"
We're ready.
All right.
Hmm.
And
He's on
like-
foot, right? He doesn't have a mount.
"Ah!" He does
Yeah.
that and all the beer. Yeah, he's on foot. So you guys are gonna travel 10 miles, which is about a half day's travel. And he tells you make sure you got enough food. He told you that. So just make sure you guys got enough rations. If you didn't,
Yep.
just buy rations.
Good. We're good.
I've got enough for all of us. Plus,
We
I can
do.
feed us all. I can feed us all anyway.
Yes.
So actually, I have an image of what it looks like when you guys take off.
Which direction are we going, by the way?
East.
Off the road? We're not following
I'll
the
show
carriage
you.
road?
I'll show you. You're going east. I'm gonna show you in the map where you guys end up. Exactly. Let me get.
So
a picture.
I can feed all of us twice a day if we need to, foraging and things.
Perfect.
That's true. You have that.
I do. I have that.
I need to get in combat so I can use my new spells and hurt something.
Pocket around town, you probably won't get too much combat. I mean,
Whatever.
unless you want to start
keep
casting
hanging out-
spells on people.
Vajarna, I'm gonna be.
Yeah,
gonna be
take Vajarna with you.
I tried.
She can,
I
she can
tried.
take care of that.
We'll just
All
let the
these
Dragonborn cause all
Old
the trouble.
bitches.
right.
All these old bitches who can't handle a woman.
They can't.
You know it's bad when the barbarian's the calm one.
Yeah.
Shit, I don't think I have that picture. I'll show you that picture later, but it's a cool picture I made. So you guys head out. It is about, I think each one of these is 2.5, so about 10 miles. You arrive to about right here. And he takes you, he's like, my sheep, they're gonna graze down here. But up there on the hilltop, those be the graves.
Thank you, my friend.
And obviously you guys already paid them before you left.
So these are foothills, is that what they are, leading up to the?
Yeah, and you can see up ahead. I mean, I have a picture, but it's not. This I have to get it from the other campaign. All this shit. So let me just get that. It sucks that the other campaign got corrupted, so I had to use a backup. But then it doesn't have all my images in it. I don't think.
I wondered where all my notes went.
Oh, did your notes yeah, if your notes disappeared, that's why.
Yeah, that's okay. I remember.
I don't. It's like sometimes Fantasy Grounds is stupid and it gets corrupted. So let's see. Big giant dragons that eat people. Nope, that's not the image. Nope.
No, we're on.
Big giant.
7 more
worm.
levels.
Yeah. Broken. I have it marked as broken. If I go in images, I go in concepts, I go into Slumber Hills. I gotta. Oh, maybe I just didn't know what the name of it is. That might be it. I'm lucky. Let me just stick this in here real quick. This might take a little bit to...
There it is.
Yeah, so that's basically what you guys see when you guys take off. Up ahead are what they call the Slumber Hills, which are more rocky. You can see there's the tower in the background. And then you guys are kind of like in the grassy kind of hills kind of part. You're going off to the east, so this would be like looking north. After you've gone a little bit of ways from Red Larch, this is kind of the view you get. You can see that the path, goes ahead, but you guys go off the path through some of the hills, and then you end up where it is on the map. So
we don't really know where that tower is necessarily, or is that
tower is to basically kind of like to the northeast of Red
in
Larch.
that number 5 on the map, right? I think somebody pointed that out to us at one point, right? And said
yeah,
that
it's
circle.
over in that direction. I mean, you've never been there, but it's
No.
direction. I mean, it might be like a little while to walk there, but like maybe a day or something.
Yeah.
And from here, now it's off to your left, so it's like the tower is. Man, that's big. Whatever. The tower is in the middle of that square, so around there.
Okay.
So you guys walk up the hill, I assume, and then on a barren hill, a few miles from. It's more than a few miles, but more like 10 miles from Red Larch, you find 4 freshly dug shallow graves. The earth scraped out for the holes is piled nearby. What? The earth scraped out for the holes piled nearby. Although hastily gathered stones cover the grave, the faint smell of death hangs in the air, and several vultures circle overhead.
Ugh.
Are they giant vultures with people on them?
Nope. They are not.
Just check. So how big are these graves? Are they normal, what I'd say human-sized graves? Or they
Probably.
seem
Yeah.
probably.
They're not giants, yeah. They're normal human-sized graves.
They're not
Okay.
children-sized graves, are they?
Right.
Shall we see who's in them?
I think you should, yes.
Do you think we'd be able to tell who they are still?
Well, if they're fresh, then they're probably not completely rotted. We could probably see what clothes they have on, race, that sort of thing.
Rings,
how you guys gonna
pockets.
dig up? How you guys gonna dig up the graves? You guys got shovels?
Gross.
If they're stones, can we just move the stones?
Yeah, I guess you could. Stones and there's
We've-
some dirt, but yeah.
We've
Yeah,
got
you
a
can move stones.
barbarian.
Okay.
That's right.
You
Part
guys
dog,
move
right?
Oh,
We're
the
digging up the
tower.
graves.
So who's digging the graves, and anyone looking around or anything like that?
I'll dig the graves.
I'll keep an eye out. That's why I have my sparrow, so I'll have him flying around, and that like every 30 seconds or so, I'll take a look through his eyes and just get a sense
Okay.
of what's around us.
When you look through their eyes, it does require concentration, but you can still
Yeah.
like dig rocks and shit like that.
I'll
I'll
dig.
do the digging.
Okay, so while you're digging, this is what your bird notices. You have a good view of the surrounding hills from this vantage point, especially high up. Several miles to the west, you can make out a tiny outline of Red Larch, the thin dark line marking the long road. Several miles to the north, you see a slender tower circled by large birds. Nothing else around, though.
And this is the tower that we were made aware of prior, right?
This is the tower that you just seen.
So you say
But the
circling
bird,
the
but the
line-
bird can see things that humans cannot.
Well, no, I mean the tower that we heard about in town.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Yep, the picture I showed you, all the same thing.
And I tell them that I see birds circling the tower up there.
How
And
big are these
from,
birds? They're probably pretty
they
big.
have
huh?
to be pretty damn large for you to see those. Yes.
Yeah, so like
Okay.
rideable birds.
Send your bird over there. See how if they've got people on them and what's going
I
on.
have to be within 100 feet.
Oh, never
you
mind.
can still send your bird, and your bird can kind of tell you what's going on, but you have no control of your bird, and whether your bird makes it back will be all up to fate.
If my bird doesn't make it back, I won't know why.
Yeah, exactly.
Never mind.
You'll just know your spell has ended. That's all. So as you dig up, you find one male dwarf dressed in artisan robes. The symbols that they have on them are from Mirabar. There is
It's your dad, Malachor.
there is
Oh,
one
sweet.
female. There's one female human warrior dressed in a black surcoat with a red axe, which is the army of Mirabar, which you know this, Malachor. One
Yep.
male human warrior dressed in black cloak with strange stony armor. It
Like the one-
actually
Is it
it sort of reminds you of that armor.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
yeah,
from
but
the
it's
mage?
in pieces and it's not really staying on them, but it's around them. Yeah, it's very similar to that. Not exactly the same. One male human in white robe with black feathers at the shoulder. So they're all bloodied. It looks like that guy was hit with arrows. You can still see him sticking in his side. And the one with armor, it looks like his leg was hacked off, and he was hacked by some kind of slashing type weapon. You would say maybe an axe or something like that. The female warrior, it looks like her head is bashed in, and the dwarf, it looks like he's messed up, maybe from a great fall or something like that. His bones are all crushed up and everything, so something bad.
So perhaps a giant bird picked him up.
Yes, dropped him. Yeah.
Or maybe he was riding a giant bird.
That too.
What kind of shape is the red axe in?
It's usable. So
Is it just a regular battle axe?
It's a hand axe. Yeah, battle axe is fine.
Oh,
whatever,
right.
whatever the regular axe is called in here.
So where are these people from?
Mirabar?
Well, you know they're from Mirabar. The delegation is from Mirabar.
Oh, okay.
Do they have any other identifying amulets or brooches, paper, tattoos?
The guy with the stone armor, he does have a tattoo in his back. It is the triangle tattoo.
Okay.
Bastard. What if this is the guy that tried to kill me? Oh.
And the other guy with the white robes has a
He was the dwarf, right?
He had no. White.
Human.
So one male human in white robes with black feathers at the shoulders.
Oh, I thought. Wait, the guy with the stony armor had the tattoo.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay.
But the other guy has tattoos too. The other guy has tattoos, he has a tattoo of a bird. He has a tattoo of the Morning Lord on him, which is a god. You guys encountered that god at that farm, which is known as to be a relatively good god. So, and has some tattoos of daggers, and has a tattoo of a wing, and another tattoo that's in a weird shape. It's like a let's see if I even have it. I don't know. So it's like it's like an upside down triangle with like a line and two other things on it.
The upside down. It's like. Oh.
It's a carrot. I got it.
Right? And anybody make a religion check or a history check?
Sure can. Do that in the tower, please. The Tower of Power.
Not great, but I'll give it a try.
Yeah.
Here.
Oh, they have new symbols on this too. It's cool. Okay. You've never seen anything like this before. You definitely don't think it's dwarven. You know that for sure.
Yeah. Can I use some of my knowledge in basic street medicine to take a wild guess at how long they've been dead?
Sure. Use your medicine roll, please. They've been dead probably 8 days ago. So there's a lot of worms on them. They've definitely already started rotting. And a lot of their flesh is already eaten by little creatures and stuff like that.
Do we think that if they were from the same town as where the people we were expecting were supposed to come from, do you think that they were escorting them?
Mayhaps.
Which means our delegation might have been captured rather than slaughtered.
Yeah.
They're in the tower.
So you do know from talking to the half orc in the in Red Larch, they said that, you know, the that group from Mirabar, they had like at least 10 guards with them, and they're a pretty large group. Malachor knows that not only was his father-in-law was going, but Denethor was going, and a lot of people from the delegation were going.
Yeah, these guys wouldn't have been pushed over very easily.
Would they have had to pass this way, or is this out of their way?
Billiard, if you look on the map, is up on the northwest.
Gotcha.
Or northeast, I'm sorry. And last thing you know, they're supposed to be headed. They're going to be headed for Summit Hall, and they're supposed to go to Red Larch, is what the people of the town told you.
Okay. So if they went to Summit Hall and were crossing straight over to Red Larch over land rather than taking the road, they could have put them in this vicinity.
Yep. I think we should go check out the tower.
Yeah, shall we go pay a visit?
Yes.
In a second. I want to see, does anybody have anything else that they can check for that new symbol that we haven't seen yet?
There's no way my character would know what the hell that is.
We did the first roll. The second roll will be with disadvantage, and then you can't do it again.
Can I do an Arcana check to see if it has anything to do with magic?
Sure.
And if it's symbols or whatever those things are?
Yeah, sure.
Alright, let me get my guy. Open. Can't get to the tower, I have too much shit open.
Yep.
Okay, where is it?
Wait a second. You look at the symbol, and it reminds you. After you looked through that spell book, wasn't that guy supposed to identify all the spells in the spell book for you?
Yes.
I think he did. So, did I give you those already? Right? I think I gave you the spell book.
Not that I remember.
Okay, I'm pretty sure I did, but
Okay.
So there was a spell in there that he was telling you what it was. There's a spell called Gust of Wind. That this symbol kind of reminds you of something like that, but it's a pretty long shot. That, by the way,
that carrot symbol?
Yeah, that one you just checked, yeah.
Turns you into a bunny.
Bunny rabbit.
A windy bunny.
That's right.
Bunny.
All we are is bunnies in the wind.
So yeah.
Okay.
That
Right.
spell
So I
book,
know the name of the wind.
we won't worry about that spell book until someone becomes a wizard. If someone becomes a wizard, then it's relevant to you, but otherwise it's not so relevant.
Barbarian wizard. I see it in the future.
It should be awesome.
No.
It should be the bestest. So,
Mm.
what do you
this
guys want to do?
campaign.
You guys spent about a half day. You got another half day travel. From here, you can make an estimate if you want a survival check to see how long it would take you to travel to the tower. Malachor would be the best at it. Or you could try traveling back to Red Larch if you want.
No more Red Larch.
I think we want to scout out
Go to
the
the tower.
tower.
You
Scout it.
You think that it'll take you about to another. Let's see. You travel to half. Travel time is probably about like 13 hours. So it'd take you maybe 5 hours to get there. You could travel a little bit further, but you're gonna need rest. So once you get there, you will need probably rest around the area. You probably wouldn't.
All right.
Unless you want to march through the night to go back to Red Larch or somewhere else or something like that.
Yeah.
No. We'll take our chances and we'll travel smart, safe, and
We'll take our time.
make sure to use Corella's new familiar to scout ahead for us, and we'll be as stealthy as we can. We're in my terrain now.
I was gonna say if we're gonna go slow, we can do it. I don't know what that is, but what they call it, but you can actively not use your passive perception, right? You can walk that way.
Yeah, it's like half speed or something.
Yeah. I don't know, so.
Yeah. We're not in a hurry.
Nope.
Other than the random encounters he's rolling for right now.
Yes.
Huh. Funny, every time I roll, it comes up under Krill. I roll. I don't know why. That's weird. So let's take. I gotta take a pee break. So let's take a quick break right here, and then we'll figure out what happens.
And we'll roll up the dragon. All right.
Yeah. You guys all die. All right. Bye.
Oh, yeah. I'm gonna go get a drink.
If anybody is really interested, the Spartans are losing by a lot.
Yeah.
They're not playing good. How was the barbecue?
It was cool. Last year there was only like 2 other units, and this time we got most of the building out there.
Cool.
And it's like right outside my window, so I have to be like, well, I can't just be a jerk and like look at you like some little bullish lady and not go out.
True. That and the smell alone would kind of drag you out of your hole.
It's true. It was right under our dining room window, so they were cooking brats and burgers and all manner of
Excellent. Anything else like happening in the next couple of weeks that's interesting?
stuff. Not really. I've been doing a lot of work for the film festival, and the film festival premieres on the 12th.
Is that the FIMM or something like that?
It's the Chicago International Film Festival.
Okay.
Which is always like, people are like, oh, I want to go see it. It's like, well, if I miss it, I'm pretty sure I can see the movie some other time.
Right.
But I get to see stuff for free. So if I have the free time, it's always nice to go down there and try.
Cool. Yeah, I got a excuse me. I got a $25,000 grant yesterday, so I'm pretty psyched about that.
Nice.
Yeah.
Do what?
To develop, it's one of 5 national awards, and through a national group that's like in Cincinnati, I think. And we're going to be developing elder care services.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll be doing a lot of community education for families, Department on Aging. We'll be working with prosecutor's office, legal services, and the probate courts to kind of educate families on how they can pre-plan for elder care events.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if they're going to do Medicaid planning, long-term service plans, guardianships, conservatorships. So we'll be developing a lot of different training curriculum, presentations, and then providing training mediators and cross-training all the case managers at Department on Aging and all the counselors and everything, kind of get people in the mindset of pre-planning so that if somebody has a stroke or if there is that event that kicks you into another legal category, that you have a plan for, rather than having 7 siblings hit by this trauma that have no idea what the hell is going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
And they all argue about who or how to take care of the parent. So we do that all the time anyway, but this will be a community-based effort. So across all levels, all layers. So it's going to be a pretty in-depth project. So I have an 80-year-old restorative justice mediation guru who's going to run that project for me. So she's pretty psyched. But
Yeah.
it's going to be a huge project.
Yeah, that's a huge grant. That's awesome. Congratulations.
Yeah, it's pretty excited about it.
Yeah.
It's split up over 2 years, but I mean, I think it's the first grant ever of its kind in Michigan, which is kind of cool.
Huh. That's pretty cool.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. Pretty excited about it. Hey, babe.
Bark, 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 bark. Bark, 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 bark. Yeah, for this adventure, definitely use Red Larch as a way to, like, when you want to take a break from going out adventuring, you know, and you want to just, you know, get clues and stuff like that.
People of Red Larch suck.
They're small town people, you know.
They just need to be robbed a little bit more so that they understand.
Robbed
Healthy
into
feet.
submission.
Yeah. I'm gonna grab a quick glass of water too.
Time you guys get there, it's gonna be nighttime.
Try not to wake you up. Maybe I will. Tiffany's gonna go lay down.
Okay, tell her goodnight.
And it's been difficult.
What's that? Sleeping?
Sorry, have to bail, guys.
Oh, that's alright.
Alright.
My body is angry.
Yep. Tonight.
I'm gonna, since I play your character anyways, I'm gonna play your character.
Alright, don't get me killed.
Oh, don't worry. My first thing,
You know.
my first mission is
And
to
don't-
kill you.
And don't get me pregnant, so, you know,
No promise.
All right.
No
the
promises.
usuals.
I mean, there is a
Alright.
horny shepherd there, so I would watch out.
Yeah.
He didn't really seem very interested, so I'm not worried about him.
Yeah, not after you pissed him off.
Right.
Well, and all the other guys ran away, so, you know,
Afraid of girls, man.
good for that. Alrighty, night, fellas.
Night.
Hey, baby.
Night.
Yeah, so I'll be at a conference Monday through Wednesday, so if anybody wants to do Scoundrels like Monday or Tuesday evening, I'd be able to stay up a little bit.
At what
I'll
time?
take all of my left.
9?
Yeah,
what would be your
I'd be
time?
done by, it'd be after 9 on Monday, and then Tuesday it'd probably be
Wait.
whenever.
Wait, what are your start times and what are your end times? So just so I know, because I gotta get out of work and all that shit.
Well, I won't be done with my, I've got presentations until 9 o'clock on Monday, and then Tuesday I think
so-
we're done at 8.
So 6. So and then what time do you want to play to?
Well, whenever. I mean, I only need 5 or 6 hours sleep.
Okay, so you want to play.
I could stay up pretty late Tuesday.
Well, it makes it useful for me to know how much time, so I can I'm not gonna for Scoundrels. I don't have to put anything together, but it gives me a point to where to bring it to, you know, and try to where to end it.
Yeah.
So, just give me your time. Probably, I'm gonna guess no later than 12 your time, right?
No, I could probably play until 1 on
Okay.
Tuesday or Monday, whichever night's
Okay.
best.
All right. I might not be available Tuesday. I'm not sure, so I'll find out.
All right.
I'll let you know.
I'm just letting you guys know, so I'll be open. So I won't have anything to do.
I'm definitely open for probably playing Monday, probably to about, it'd be 12 your time, probably around there. So,
All right.
but yeah, if anyone's down, I'm down. For Scoundrels, you only really need 2 people. I mean, I possibly could do solo play, but I find solo play a little bit not as fun. So,
Yeah,
anyways,
I'd be able to, either either one.
Yeah. Solo playing Scoundrels isn't that bad though. So you guys head to the tower. Please make a survival check. And if you got any bonuses for tracking or anything like that, please roll that. Make sure you don't get lost, because now you're gonna head into hills and there's parts where you can't see where you're going and stuff like that. Who's ever best at it, you're the tracker, and we're gonna use your rolls. And
yeah, I'm trying to see if I get
I don't think you can get lost with in your preferred terrain, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to remember.
Is that a ranger or is that a barbarian?
No, that might be a ranger.
I think it's under my wanderer though. So
under your background? Outlander?
No, I always recall general layout of terrain. Yeah, so I can't really get lost.
Wait,
I don't have any.
Where does it say that? You got
It's under wanderer.
Wanderer, I see
My
Outlander.
feature.
Oh, under barbarian?
Yeah, it's under my feature.
Yeah, it's a feature under the Outlander background.
Oh, okay. You have excellent memory and maps. You can always recall the general layout of terrain, settlements, and in addition, you can find fresh food and water and stuff, provided land offers. But doesn't mean you don't get lost.
Right, that's what I was looking for.
Yeah, that just means you can always find food. So you guys never really need rations when I travel with you, which is great. In fact, that could.
Yeah,
you guys...
I don't think I have any. I don't think I have any bonuses for tracking.
Yeah, it feels like it would be more of a ranger thing.
Yeah, Rangers do. Rangers get they get advantage with it. So, but this allows you. So you're gonna always, once you go to a spot, this allows you. You always remember how to get there. So that won't be a problem once you find it. It's just a matter of finding it. So you probably have the highest survivals. Do you have survival? I don't even know.
Yeah, I do.
And can I give them advantage by using my bird tracking as well?
Hell yeah. Roll again. Because you're gonna really need it with that roll. All right. Well, you veer off some beaten path. You're not really exactly sure where you're at, but you do see the tower to the west of you. So somehow you're in the hills. You should have been there by now. You do have another 2 hours of traveling before you need rest, before you possibly could get any kind of exhaustion.
Right.
You can try traveling towards it. You're like up on a hill, like you went down in a dip. You're down there, and you think like, oh, I think it's over there. And obviously you came up in the wrong direction. You're like, it should have been here by now. But you can see the tower to the east, so you can roll again.
Right, we'll just keep the tower on our left cheek or right cheek.
It's already nightfall now. So you have disadvantage, but advantage, so one roll, and you end up oh my god. It's not your day to be rolling. Okay, you end up, now you see the tower to the south of you. Not directly south, but southeast. But you're a little bit closer, you think. It is now time to rest. If you guys travel through the night, I'll have you guys roll. Yeah, I'll have you guys. It's really hilly, so it is very hard to tell because you go in dips and you can't see anything. It is nighttime. I will have you. You guys can roll Constitution checks if you guys travel to see if you're fatigued. Fatigue, you don't get too many minuses. It's not that bad. But you gotta if you fail Constitution checks. So
it might be nice just to take a rest for the night. Come at this fresh because we don't want to get there and be overwhelmed.
I'm not really feeling making a Constitution check personally.
Yeah. Is there any way? Well, let's find the best place to camp, and then where we can have a secluded little fire that won't throw off a ton of light.
Mm-hmm.
Any fires throw out lights, and you're out in the mountains and hills, and there's not a lot of people around, so any fires you do know you will be noticed from a while. I mean, you can go down below, which only things flying overhead will see you, but not you won't be in direct line of sight of people walking, unless they go in this area of the valley.
I don't need it.
All right. Well,
We may
you
as well
guys are comfortable.
fire since we know there are things flying overhead riding vultures. So
True. That and then the weather's been really hot apparently lately, so I guess we should be okay.
should just take watch. Maybe we can find like a cave or something and kind of burn him. Just kind of so we don't only have to watch in two directions instead of
We have that.
You can
We have the daylight.
You can make.
We have that. Well, we have those.
Shit for Germans.
We have the coins with the the light spell on them, or the daylight globe that we could use too, right?
And most of us have dark vision too.
Well, no. Varjarma can put light on a coin. I think she can only do one coin at once or something. What is it? It's Actually, no. She doesn't have light. So she only has Mage Hand, Message, and Prestidigitation. So she doesn't have light.
So we can use the daylight globe though.
Oh, we got the globe if we need it.
Yeah, that just does basic dim light. So you got light.
Yeah, I mean that's better than the fire though.
Yeah.
We're just saying if we need to illuminate real quick, we can pull it out.
Oh yeah. She can pull that out, and you guys have light. Half of you have dark vision, anyways. So.
I was gonna say, as far as shifts go, Criella and I can just take the darkest part of the nights, and that way we can see what's going on.
Yep.
That's true.
Okay, so you guys want to find a cave? If you
Or
do,
maybe not even a full cave, but just kind of an overhang, so we only have to watch in a couple directions instead of all around.
roll a survival check, Malachor.
We definitely want something behind at our back.
Yep.
Malachor, you don't find anything. I don't know what to say, man. If you roll another 1 or 2 on a survival check, you are just cut off. Someone else is drawn.
How about one of you just rolls, and then we should be okay.
No, you can only. So for survival, only one person. You gotta choose what person rolls, and then only them.
No,
So,
sorry.
otherwise, someone will make it,
Yep. That's true.
and then you'll never get lost anyways. And what's the point of?
All right, so if we can't find a cave, let's just find. So is it like scrub tree around here then? Scrub trees and that kind of stuff?
Yeah, there's definitely scrub trees, and you don't really find a clearing, and it's getting later because you took some time just to even look. So,
All right, well let's just kind of find like a clump of trees then that maybe would provide some cover from above and kind of camp down in the middle of that then, and then just kind of.
all right,
Yeah.
fine. There's only one little, and it doesn't really provide much protection, but
Well,
at night
even just a big.
most things can't
even a
see you
boulder.
at night, so
Right.
that's fine.
Yeah, whatever.
You guys take a rest. It takes 9 hours to get the right amount, because you guys need 6 hours to do a rest, and
Something attacks us. Nice.
nope, nothing happens. It's pretty quiet.
Oh, really?
Awesome.
You're
You-
rolling one of your random encounter
on-
tables. We get like
on
something.
Krella's watch, she sees up above a hill. She sees a pack of wolves running, and they go to the top of the hill and they howl. And tonight it starts getting like really warm and windy. And
that's not
then
normal, right?
the wind is very, very warm. So the temperature, in fact, even goes up to it's like probably close to 90. So you guys
What
have to. If you guys
direction-
have armor, you gotta take it off to get a good sleep.
What direction does the wind come from?
It's coming from the east.
Okay.
Mostly.
I don't wear armor. I'm comfortable.
I have hellish resistance, so
Yeah, I don't think anyone's really wearing armor. I mean, the leather armor probably has to go off because it's freaking hot tonight. But nothing happens anyway, so it doesn't matter.
That's good. All right.
Okay, and it's the next day.
Maybe we'll have better
Rolling.
travel time finding the tower today.
Yeah.
How about
Alright.
we just look at the
You-
tower and travel towards the tower?
Yeah. Try it this time, Melkor. Go ahead. So you get up on the top of the hill, the same hill that you seen the wolves in the middle of the night. You take a good look at the tower,
We're gonna end up back in Red Larch.
and you travel in that direction. And as you travel in the direction, you come upon a clearing, and you see this ahead. And I'll show you the map. Somebody.
Those
from
are
the
big birds.
tower.
Those are big birds.
Yes, you see 3 birds ahead, and what appears to look like riders, some kind of riders on top of them. They're flying around this great big spire that you see very far ahead. You can see from here. You can tell there's a bridge that extends to it. The bridge is up, not down, like in the photo, and you can see there's some kind of like valley way up ahead. I mean, you're about a mile out when you come out in this clearing, so it'll take you another mile to walk there. But that's what you see ahead.
We only see the 3 birds, though.
You only see 3 birds, yes, flying up. I mean, it's a mile away, so.
Yeah. So
And
okay.
you guys, I'll put where you guys are at. You guys are about right there.
So, I know it's a really long ways away, so we might not be able to tell. But do they look like they're full-size people on these birds? Are they that big, or does it look like it's a smaller race?
Make a perception check, please.
That would help if they're gnomes.
Pixies.
Yes.
Okay. With your elven sight, you're able to pick up a lot more detail than expected. You're pretty sure they're humanoid. They look like they're wearing, you swear, some kind of armor, and they got cloaks on. You also see the glint of probably like maybe swords or something at their side, some kind of metal, definitely.
So they're
Similar to what we saw in the person that was buried.
probably same kind of. So there's some kind of guard for that tower then. Okay. Fun.
I'm gonna move your thing because I need to hit a thing. So, what do you guys do?
I think we need to. Can we? So, based on the terrain that's here, does it look like we could take an approach to the tower quietly, or maybe unseen, or do you think that the patrol they're flying is going to cover the area so well that it would be tough to do?
As you see in the image, it would be probably tough to do it quietly. There are bushes and like that around, so you could try traveling bush to bush. But a mile of that, the chances of them not seeing somebody coming are going to be low. We can
Can we use this? Can we use the sparrow to go tree to tree around the cavern or around the fringe?
I mean, it can, but Charles has to be within 100 feet of it. So
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's just.
I mean,
Just fly
Crayola
away.
has to be 100 feet of it.
Well, we could always have Vajarma. You could make Kriel invisible again and let her run up there real quick and just check things out.
I could.
Yeah, that's true.
I could do that, but I don't want to.
What a dick.
And don't tell me what to do. You guys are gonna love this.
Yeah, we can tell.
But I have an idea. Why don't we? I can turn two of you invisible.
Yes, you could.
Or perhaps I can make you look like one of them. We've seen maybe what one of them looks like, if that's them.
Well, we don't know
Could
enough
be.
about him to do that yet.
That's true.
You turn one of us into a giant vulture.
Not yet.
Yeah.
Yes, not yet.
So, if she's willing to turn two of us invisible, why not just Gorilla?
Right.
Well, I
Because
could
you could then run up there with the sparrow and do your thing, and then come back.
Say what's going on around there.
Yeah.
Yeah, we give it a try.
I mean, I guess she could do both of us. That way, if you get into trouble, you're not completely by yourself, too.
True.
And if you and I go, we can actually move quietly, too, as well as being invisible. So chances are we're probably going to be all right.
This
Okay.
is-
I'd be
I
down
like-
with that as long as I have a good vantage point.
Right, yeah, you can stay on the hilltop here.
Well, we are at a mile. She's like, we are at a mile away. So, but I could do this. Yes. So she turns you guys invisible. You want her to?
Yeah, sure.
All right, you two are invisible, but that means she does use spell points to do that, and you only
Yep.
have an hour. She doesn't probably want to use her other stuff, everything
it's
on
fine.
this.
It should be no
Fine.
problem for her to get down there, check things out, and get back. You know.
She only has 3 sorcery points. It costs her 2 to do that.
That's fine.
All right. So you guys sneak up. It is not a problem because you're invisible. The sparrow is not invisible, but it doesn't matter, as it's a sparrow.
If they're good enough, they're picking out a sparrow, we're in a lot of trouble.
Yeah. I am going to give you a map. And this is the ground level. The drawbridge is not down, obviously. But that's a tower, and there's a big, deep valley. As you start to get closer, this is what you see. A gap of 20 feet separates a ledge where the path ends from the closed drawbridge on the... Oh, they told you the name of it. So, on Feathergale Spire. The space between the cliff's edge and the gatehouse drops several hundred feet to the bottom of the canyon. Near the ledge, a brass bell hangs from a wooden post.
So that tells me that there at least some way to notify people that there's visitors, but
Yeah.
we also don't know why you'd need visitors here. So from looking at the building from the outside, does it look like there's a lot of defenses on it? You know, there ballista and all sorts of everything else all over it, or is it more of a decorative tower, or what is it? Any idea as to what might occur here? Does it look like it's like a defensive strike, or what?
This tower it's a spiring tower. It's just like, it's exactly like the pictures. It doesn't look like there's defenses other than it being in the middle of a rocky plateau that is 100 feet down, and the drawbridge is up. So
Is
that's
there-
pretty
No.
defensible. There are the birds on top, and that's all you basically see. You can roll a perception check if you want to see any more.
I'd like,
From oh, sorry, Corella. From my vantage point and my history with dwarven wood or stoneworking, I make a roll to see if I, for the architecture.
Sure. Well, no, not from here.
Okay.
I mean, you can from here with a disadvantage, and it's going to be very tough because you need to go closer to that stonework.
All right, but
So.
we can still assume that Rajarma is going to be keeping us connected through messenger, right?
Messenger only goes 30 feet or so.
Oh, all right.
Or 60 feet. It's not that far, not a mile. So you guys are totally disconnected, and I'm gonna assume you guys are next to each other so you guys can talk to each other. Obviously, They can't hear you. They're not even gonna know. I mean, you hear a lot of wind. So there's a lot of wind in the valley that kind of, covers up most of the sounds. So.
Can I see my bird across the chasm? I'm interested to know if there's a way in with the drawbridge closed. If there's any access doors, any open windows, kind of thing.
Do you want to go? So you want to go up to the edge to check it out? So that
I want to
the bird can look around.
Bird
Okay. Well, you guys are invisible. Nobody's gonna see you. So, unless they can see invisible, and then it doesn't matter.
Okay.
So when the bird goes check it out and goes up, the level, you figure out there is 3 levels above where the drawbridge at. There's another level below, and below you, I'm gonna uncover some of the maps. So let me do that. I probably should have just did this because you can kind of see it. Anyways. Steady hands, steady.
Like a surgeon.
How much can you lift and still fly with Kriel?
Me?
Yeah.
It's a good question. I don't think.
If you're, I mean, it's just like encumbered. Your speed goes down, and then once you're encumbered, it's 0. So that's what you have. It's I forget the encumbrance rules, but when you're encumbered, you're like half your speed, and then you get to a certain point, it's like double that, then you can't fly. So there's this ground level. On this one, it has these big giant wooden doors, which is below the. So there's ground level, and there's a level below that, and it has all these big giant wooden doors all around the sides of it. You can see it as far as you can see. Obviously, it's the same plateau that's on. Second level, I have to do
like big enough to have giant vultures come out of.
You're not there. Just want to point that out. That's the second level. This level has, they all have windows in them. The third level, and your bird can only see this. The bird can't reach it with you looking through the eye. So this tower is like 200 feet in the air.
Mm-hmm.
But that's the third level.
Fine.
And then of course there's a top. Also too.
Well, Kevril, we could sneak in if you want to try and lower the bridge.
Well, I think we need to get some way to. I guess what's the point if we do? Let's say we lower the drawbridge and they're nowhere near here to be able to get in right now. So, I really think we need to approach under the cover of darkness and try and do this. But unless there's some way we can figure out to trigger it remotely.
Yeah. Because I could get us both in there. We'd probably still have, half an hour's worth of visibility.
Well, why don't we go scout it a little bit at least and see, and then we can always formulate a plan after that. But
so it took you guys to walk up here. We're gonna say you guys did a pretty quick jog, so we'll say it's double. So it took you a good 15 minutes to walk up here. So.
Mm-hmm. So we'd have to get out here
just to be safe. Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna try and get in one of those doors.
Yeah. Let's do that.
How much do you weigh?
115 pounds, 16 pounds.
Okay. I would be lightly encumbered 'cause I can carry 150 and I'm currently carrying 60. So you'd be like an extra 25 pounds above my limit.
You can always drop some rations. I don't know. You can drop stuff if you guys want.
Yeah. I don't have, most of my stuff is small. Like my backpack is
Also, when you're carrying them, you will have to make a strength check. And then it can be with advantage because he's holding on. So
Yeah, go for it.
All right, let's give it a try.
Worst that happens, I fall to my death. Yeah, that's all right.
I mean, you can have whoever the strongest do it because it doesn't really matter because you're both helping each other in this case. So
How strong are you, Kevo?
Not very. 11.
I'm 10.
it doesn't
How
matter.
far?
The roll, it would be athletics if anyone has a proficiency with that.
We're not going to have either one of that.
Okay.
And we use acrobatics.
Then it doesn't matter who rolls. We just need one roll with advantage, and there's no bonuses, so you can.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, Grail.
You pretty much can roll straight, and that's fine. All right.
That is 7 and an 8.
It
That's
is.
awesome.
It is.
That is a 7 and an 8. That is the most horrible roll. Does anyone have inspiration? Because this is a good
I
time
do.
to use this inspiration.
I
Okay.
do.
Okay. Cavarol slips off and starts to fall, and this is your only chance to go catch him.
Yes.
All right. Here goes. Here goes. Where is mine?
Because that was a horrible roll.
Here we go. One more try. Boom. 17.
Okay. You go and catch him as he falls. And he just slides on your grip, comes down to your hand, and you bring him back up.
Okay.
See?
This is D&D. That's how that's supposed to go, you know?
Because neither one of us would have seen that happen. It just would have been.
I don't know if the grid is on here, so let me make a grid for this. I don't see it, so set grid.
Like, how far a fall would it have been anyway?
200 feet.
The cavern is 100 feet down.
Oh, 100
the
feet.
fall, yeah.
Would've
And
been
there's like
10 by 6.
lots of spiked rocks and stuff like that. It could have been death number 2 for this guy.
Right.
Yes, definitely could have been that. Let me get this grid set before we drag on shit.
And I specifically didn't take the spell Featherfall because
You don't need
why do
that.
I need that?
Why would I need that? Featherfall is such a useful spell.
If you have wings.
Right.
Not if you have wings, yeah. It's still pretty useful because it saves your party, but that's usually the wizard's department, right?
Yeah, that's...
I'm no wizard.
Yeah.
You need the friggin' barbarian wizard.
I'm a sneaky person.
Need the tools for getting these things right. It's a pain in the ass. Not very good. Okay, you can put your things down. Some of the grid will be off, but whatever.
So we flew it in at what, the ground level?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, at the very bottom.
Oh, bottom. Gotcha.
This is laid out in order of the levels. So each square is 10 feet. So you guys are just probably, well, wherever you want, doesn't matter. So
Yeah,
you
one of these
flew in
will
at the
go.
level.
So, because I don't remember the rules, does picking locks cause you to become visible? It's only if you take a combat, right?
Yeah. No, picking locks do not cause you to become visible.
Okay. I bet Creel, you're probably better than I am.
All right, can I get in one of these doors?
There is a like a good probably 5-foot ledge on it, from the ground, and the door is over 10 feet. It's definitely pretty big. The door does not open from this side. And you can hear wind that's battering your ears. You can see down in the valley. I think I might have a map for that.
Well, if the doors don't open, we need to find a window then.
Yep.
I mean, yeah. It'll take you 10 minutes per lockpick, so keep that in mind for invisibility. It takes you another, 15 minutes. You guys could run back a little bit faster if you want. That'd be just a constitution check. No biggie. So I want... Do I have that? Where is that? God damn it. I don't know why they didn't put that map on the thing. But I'll find it.
I'd like my bird to tell me where would be the best place to try and get in, if there's any open windows.
Here it is. Here's a good map. I'm just gonna leave it open because you guys can kind of see the whole valley. But from here, this is what you see. That gives you a good overview.
Oh yeah, That's really far across then, okay.
It's a big drawbridge.
Yeah,
Wait a minute. Sorry, I just put the map on. Mink. I mean, the drawbridge is it's 20 feet.
This is
like
fall cough.
Yeah, I have a cough too. I just got medicine and shit today. That's why I wasn't on right away. So anyways, you can go up and try to open the door if you want. I mean, it's a hefty door, so it will probably be pretty difficult.
Are there any windows that are already open, or are they all blast over?
You fly up.
I'm just letting my bird tell me.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. I mean, you can fly. You're invisible, so it doesn't matter. There is a window open. It's actually the window above you, so it's like about 20 feet above you. It's the one on the same side there, and your bird can smell food and wants to go in and eat it. And it looks. Yeah, I'm gonna assume your bird looks in the window. This is what your bird sees.
It's a giant bag of birdseed.
Cornbread. Pumpkin pie.
Cornbread. So, in this kitchen, sacks are heaped along the walls, and a small pile of vegetables is spread on a table. A huge steaming cauldron stands at the center. 2 wooden paddles and 2 knives hang on a rack next to a brick oven. Who cares? It's a kitchen, right? Floor wall shelves hold a dozen loaves of bread. And inside there are 4 people. What time did you guys go here?
Morning.
Early morning.
There are 4 people busily making what looks like some kind of baked goods, like doughy stuff. I'm gonna guess like 7 in the morning or something. I don't know.
Sure.
Okay.
And you see one of them like they keep sniffing the steam, and then he just like passes out, and they all kind of look at him and they just shake his head.
Is the window open enough that we could, if we were stealthy, get in?
I mean, you could. I mean, there's you'd have to open it a little bit, and it's during the daylight. You are invisible, but there are people in the kitchen. The window would have to open some. It is a thick and heavy window.
Okay. How about this? How about I just hang out outside and send the bird in?
Okay.
Good idea.
The bird is in.
I'd like to go out of the kitchen and see what's beyond it.
The doors aren't open.
What? Who closes the kitchen? That's ridiculous.
Yes. I mean, yeah, there might be other ways. I don't know, but it's up to you to.
Is there any sort of ventilation or anything in this room that leads outside?
There's a fire going in. But the bird, well, there's a fire going on, and they're using it to bake.
Yeah.
There's obviously a chimney connected to fires because you can see smoke coming out of the top somewhere. But the only thing about that is, you know, your bird will probably die from smoke going in there with a fire.
Yeah. All right.
Roll a perception check from your bird. You have to use your bird stats. What are you, a sparrow?
I use bird stats.
You should have that under your NPCs. But what is it you're doing? A bird?
Sparrow.
Yeah, big sparrow. Come on, Charles. You're supposed to do your background in this.
Why don't they have bird new? I don't want new at all. That's why. Bird. Nope, not bird. Do they have sparrow? Am I spelling that right? How do I spell sparrow? S-P...
Hey.
No, they don't have sparrow.
Any small bird.
Raven.
Yeah, well,
Finch.
there is no small bird.
Pigeon.
I'll look for raven. Yeah, I'll get a raven. We'll use raven.
That sounds
So
Yeah, they're
it's a
smarter
plus.
than
It's
toddlers.
their perception is +3, so just roll your dice with a +3.
let's take 20 here and call it what?
No one.
What?
No, I mean, you don't notice
I
anything.
don't think it's a good idea to take a bath in the pot.
Your bird really wants
Right?
some of
It
that,
smells
that
so
food.
good.
Distracted familiar. All right, so Carol, that's not a viable way in.
Sun Valley.
Not
But it's
for your
all-
bird.
Obviously, somebody lives here, and there's like a whole staff.
Do I know what's going on? I have no idea, right? Even though I'm
I
standing
mean,
right
she
next to
can
you.
tell you.
Yeah, I'll tell you.
Yeah.
All right.
Ideas?
There's so much wind. There's no way they can probably hear you, and you know they're working in the kitchen. I mean, sometimes you probably hear their voices from here, but it's not. Yeah.
So let's try and make a distraction. I'll walk around to one of the other windows, below one of the other windows, and just take a big, at like a stone from below, and see if I can hit one of the windows up above, and throw a stone at the window, and just, if not break it, try and make a lot of noise.
Please make a attack roll. You're not proficient with makeshift weapons, so you don't add your proficiency. Just make attack roll with your dex.
With my dex, okay.
Yeah.
So +4.
I like how you messaged me, Mark, and not fucking. Luckily, I had my phone right there. You're so
Well,
funny.
I've been messaging you, but I never get anything in response.
No, I mean you can tell me and like say. Man, where have you been messaging me? I don't know. I didn't see it.
I have a couple of them in there.
I see an Arcana check, and I see. Keep an eye on a bird and look at it at terrain to see. I mean, you can just tell me that, right? You don't have to. It doesn't have to be a secret.
Well, I didn't want to interrupt Chuck and or Grella and Kevril.
Okay. So what were we doing?
Is a 7 good enough to hit a window?
Nope. You hit the stone. is not good enough to hit the window. You misjudged. It must be the wind here. Fucking blowing pretty hard.
Can I try again?
Sure. You can try as many times as you like.
Well, not really, because we're out of time, but...
Yeah.
Time is your enemy.
There, how's that?
Okay, boom! You hit a window, and Krilla, you're through your bird's eye. You see everyone kind of look, and they all kind of look at each other, and they're like, "Must have been a bird." And everyone goes, "Yep, another bird. It's a shame." Praise they say, praise be, they say praise be some kind of god, but let me get the name. It's on the tip of my tongue. As usual, it's on the tip of my tongue, and I can't recall it because I'm an idiot.
Jeebus?
The Morning Lord.
Did you say Jeebus?
Yep.
No, it's
Nice.
not the Morning Lord again.
Jeebus.
Jesus.
Praise be to Jeebus.
Well, I'm just going to send my bird in there and make a
Just a
kerfuffle.
sec. Let me.
I'm going to make a disturbance.
Yeah, if that wasn't enough to get them to go up and open that door out to the kitchen, I want to do it again.
Yeah, I'm going to have my bird just start flying around and around the room and like getting into shit.
I don't know why they don't. Wait, just a sec.
Maybe it's Jeebus Christ. Maybe that's it.
Christ.
Why is it like hidden in some fucking shit somewhere? We don't want to find it in some crazy ass shit somewhere.
Praise be to Alton Brown, the cooking god.
Yes.
That's it.
Something I want. Where is it? Finding. Trying to find.
Deities.
Trying to find. I can remember the name.
Finding
of it, I
Nemo.
just Find it.
Finding Forrester.
No.
Hmm.
You're not helping much, my friend.
I know. That's why I was gonna go to bed.
They say a thing.
Just look at Wikipedia, dude.
No, I can't. I gotta know. I don't know how to. It's like a weird name. I don't remember the fucking name because there's so many damn names in this damn thing. And it's not like where it should be under their thing. I don't know why. They say praise be Jan Sieben, and then they kind of start rolling up some bakery stuff.
Can I roll an Arcana check to tell me if that means anything to me?
You sure can.
All right. There we go. Onto my Arcana check.
I don't know why it says Crayola under my GM thing every time I type something. I have no idea.
Whenever I would messaged you the last couple times. It was sent to you, but then it say Cruella. So I'm like, oh, am I just talking to?
I'm Cruella's character,
mistyping.
apparently. Yeah, whatever. I think something's broken there, huh? So did you roll?
I did.
I didn't see it. It didn't pop up. What'd you roll? Just you can tell
Oh,
me.
I don't know. I did it in the tower.
Oh fuck. Because I think it lost connection when you did that. So just roll again, because it doesn't matter. Because I didn't.
Here we go. Boom.
Yeah. Oh, I see it. So, you're not really sure what it is.
Okay.
You don't. You know, it's not any god that you know of.
Okay. All right. I'm making hubbub.
What's that?
I'm making some hubbub.
You can tell Cruella if Cruella wants to roll too. Or I mean, not Cruella. You can tell Cavriel if.
What am I rolling?
Arcana.
So you sell.
I'm gonna tell you it's the god of Bologna or something, because I have no idea.
Yeah.
But I threw another rock if I didn't get up to investigate that one, so I want to cause enough ruckus so that somebody opens that door so that the bird can get into another room.
Did you roll?
I did. Is a 13 good enough?
Can you roll again?
I can.
For some reason it's not showing me rolls. I don't know why.
How's that?
Yeah, that's better. Excellent.
Okay.
So I have to look at something.
I'm gonna have to go to bed here soon, fellas.
Okay, we'll end it after we decide. Let's just end their invisibility because they're gonna have to go back real soon. So.
Yeah, that's fine.
That's kind of what I was thinking.
Okay. So, anything else?
I apologize for.
No worries.
No, we can head back.
Yes, you do. Actually,
Okay.
You know it exactly.
All right, so I will. I'll communicate that to Cruella as we walk back. So what did you say that the bird heard them say? Praise be to who?
Yancy being.
Jens Sieben.
So I've come across that before in some of my studies and my pursuits, and he's a prince of evil, specifically of air. So this may be something we want to investigate a little further before we make any attempts at entry here.
And
Let's not just go on in.
Yeah, I think we may want to rethink this a bit.
we're having the strange winds from the east, with right?
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. Interesting.
Yeah. Good to know.
So you guys make it back totally intact because your invisibility didn't go, and now you got information. Cool. So yeah, let us know next time we can play. It was good.
Right. We might be available next weekend too.
That would be awesome.
Yeah.
Because you guys are getting to points where things will get really interesting.
Mm-hmm.
We're almost powerful enough that we won't die instantaneously.
That's not true.
Right.
Unless we fall off.
That's none of this. None of these things are true. Not especially not in this adventure. Actually, I mean, Scoundrels is essentially probably worse, if anything, but definitely not in this one.
Next 2 weekends I've got relatively free.
I am free. Yeah, I think I'm free the next 2 weekends. 1, 2, 7. So that would be. Okay, yeah, I'm definitely free. So.
All right, we might be able to make some progress.
Cool.
Yeah, you guys should do it. You guys are starting to get into the meat, man. The meat.
All right, guys.
All right.
We'll see you soon with chat.
Yep.
All right, cool.
Good night, man.
Talk to you later.
Bye. Thank you for watching. I forgot to give the intro of notes in the beginning. Just to let you know, we are playing Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition by Wizards of the Coast. The software used is Fantasy Grounds. The soundscape software we use is Syrinscape. Deluxe Oz did the a Fantasy Ground extensions that allowed us to use Syrinscape with our sounds. They gave us spell sounds and stuff like that, though you didn't hear them much in this video. And also, you can find us on Facebook. We're called Shadow Company Blog, or we're called Shadow Company, and our Facebook is facebook.com/Shadow Company Blog. Thanks for listening. Bye.